Good morning.
Hi.
Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton, ready to broadcast. What will happen today? That's what I say now.
Hijinks. Me trying to fix my mic cord. There we go.
Hilarity.
On some hilarity.
Observations.
Yes. Tiger news, I guess.
Oh, my God. Tiger news. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 new bullet points on Tiger Woods we'll get to in a few minutes.
And again,
And another cover for Tiger Woods?
on both papers. So, I mean, how many days in a row? It's astounding.
19 in a row.
19 days in a row, this guy has been on the cover with this situation.
What's our record? For real, I think our record's 2 or 3. That's not bad in a row.
We've had a few in a row.
We've had a few in a row. I was telling Ant before the show, Tiger Woods starting to be almost bigger than O.J. Simpson for the simple fact that we all have cell phones and the information that is being passed around can't compare to the O.J. Simpson days.
As far as information goes, as far as scandal goes, O.J. fucking minced up a couple of people. It's just... And the stories that came out, what O.J. was up to. And
Dude, the whole country watched him right away.
Oh, I know.
That
But the whole country is Twittering and Facebooking and emailing, and it's everywhere. I'm holding out hope that this Tiger Woods story bigger than O.J. Simpson.
the thing is, you got to look at it realistically. This story is everywhere because of the internet and cell phones and everything like that. But so was, hand-holding otters.
Right.
So
that's a good point. Hey, I didn't know about this. Spectro, Michigan. Good morning, fuckers. There's a Facebook page called I Had Sex with Tiger Woods.
Oh.
Apparently 1,200 people have had sex with Tiger Woods so far.
1,200.
1,200
Okay.
are part of I Had Sex with Tiger Woods.
I wonder who's part of that.
Little observation come in today, and there's a fine sign over the clock. Was Stalker Patty made that? When did Stalker Patty come in here?
She called me yesterday after the show, and she said that she would be coming by to drop off a sign that you had requested.
She's terrible.
Why is she terrible?
She's talentless.
Why? She wrote it in like a calligraphy type of font.
It's horribly done.
I can't even read it.
It's not centered. Her lettering stinks.
It's not supposed to be.
Size sucks.
It's not supposed to be centered if you're an artist, man.
It should look
Framed it.
like that fucking, like needlepoint, like in fucking the warden's office in Shawshank.
But it's fucking, you can't read the final important word.
No.
It's black,
Don't
capitalized.
go home with nope. What does that even mean, dummy?
Don't go home with the mope. That's advice to anyone leaving with Iraq.
Looks like it says, don't go home with hope.
With oh,
There's
Jesus.
a lot of different variations of the now famous saying, don't go home with hope.
It doesn't look like an H at all.
No.
It looks like an M.
It's
Or an
horrendous.
X. Don't go home with Zope. That's every letter but an H. She sucks.
That is a weird H. That is a weird H.
That sign fucking
It
stinks.
stinks.
Yeah.
Oh, you uncentered piece of shit.
It looks like don't go home with mope.
Both, yeah. The D is like the part of the D that's supposed to be bulging is going in a little bit, so it looks like bon't.
Don't go home with mope.
Don't go home with mope. All off center.
She is a fucking asshole.
But
I'll scald yourself on coffee.
she's not the biggest asshole, believe it or not.
Believe it or
So
not.
over the clock, we got this sign, don't go home with hope.
Don't go home with mope.
We got a, I forgot who's sending it. Someone emailed Jimmy the Creep, I think, sent a professional one. It's he mailed it yesterday, so we should have that in studio, hopefully by tomorrow or Friday. But then someone else decided to go with the don't go home with hope saying.
Yeah.
And this picture is hanging around everywhere.
It's so famous.
There's 3
Opie.
or 4 in studio alone. There's some outside the studio.
But the picture itself is very famous. The photo.
Of course.
The little kitten holding on, and it went with the logo, Hang in There, Baby, if you remember, way back when. And it's the little cat holding on with his little paws.
Right.
and you're supposed to hang in there. Inspirational. But, yeah, this one is supposed to be the Don't Go Home with Hope logo, or Don't Go Home with Mope. Still figuring it out. But, wow.
Yeah, well,
A little mistype.
yeah, which messes up the whole fucking thing, by the way.
Yeah.
Because everyone really liked the "Don't go home with hope" phrase there, or whatever.
Yeah.
This one says "Don't leave here with hope."
What? It's not the saying.
That's not the saying. Is exactly right. Who came up with this?
That'd be intern Paul.
Paul never fucks up.
Paul as an official fuck up?
Paul never fucks up. How does he mess up "Don't go home with hope" and turn it into "Don't leave here with hope"?
Wow, his popularity's dropping like tigers now. He never screws up, and he
was so proud
He's
that
going to lose my endorsement deal.
he was so proud this was hanging everywhere.
Yep.
He couldn't wait to hang these up and for us to see him when we came in here today.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Mope. She stinks. Stupid Patty.
She tried to make it all fancy schmancy.
Yeah. It's. She thinks it looks fancy. It's in a frame. She put it in a frame that is matted. It's a matted frame.
I know, with "Don't Go Home with Mope" written on
Don't go home with Mope in the worst fucking Halloween orange colors.
Can I see that?
Oh yeah, yes
No,
indeed.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah.
I'm not gonna break it
It's
for
fucking
real.
hilarious.
I do want to see it because I can't see.
Take a picture of it. You got to fucking let people appreciate the awfulness of this retard's arts and crafts
Dude,
project.
You feel how fucking cheap this frame is? It could be the cheapest fucking. Feel this.
Oh god damn!
What kind
probably-
of frame is that?
It was probably housing the picture of the fucking foster father that touched her.
Here, Ann, hold it up so I can tweet this fucker.
Too late, oh.
I know you tweeted it. All right, hold on. Yeah, okay. Got it.
Don't go home with Mope. Look out up close. It's even worse. Dude, look at the hope up close. What is that word? What was she doing? She was trying to do like fancy swirls and like calligraphy, right? But
It looks like a lowercase H at the end or an L. It looks like Mopal.
Don't
Go Home with Mopal.
Patty stinks.
Oh, Patty, you're a goddamn fool.
She's useless.
Don't Go Home with Mope.
Mopal.
This frame is shitty.
Piece of tape on the back of it holding it in.
I just sent out the sign to the Twitterverse.
Terrible.
The Twitterverse? What is it called? The Twitter world? The fucking... Whatever. All right. Hey, so I guess we're doing the Homeless Talent Show?
Yes. It's, believe it or not, when we last left you people,
Yeah.
they didn't know what was going on. I mean, we had people running around. Sam was running around getting us intelligence reports, which is very hard to come by here. And he comes in and says, well, the Fishbowl, which is the big performance area, is booked up.
Well, because of the sweater fashion show.
Sweater fashion
That
show from
Cosmo's
Cosmo. And
With trumpeters.
with trumpeters and a runway and Christmas sweaters for the fashion show. And apparently, the Cardinal has something to do on the other day or time or something.
Wasn't it a tape piece? But they need the big, huge performance center to
run the tape.
To run the tape?
I have no idea why.
Right.
But when we last left you, I guess when Sam spoke to the people in Cosmo, there was no way they could change the date of their
correct
event. And somehow, I don't know how, who, what, where, or when, but this has all changed.
Of course it all changed because they realized we were right. And realized, holy shit, we better run around and get something done here. So yeah, they did change their sweater fashion show and they're taking it somewhere else.
Well, I want to thank the people from Cosmo for giving up their fishbowl time and letting us do the homeless talent show. Because we need a big space like that because there's going to be listeners involved.
That's right.
They're coming in for the first time since we were at the old studio. we're actually going to have a live audience.
Well, we're gonna have 12 listeners.
No, we got to have more than 12.
No, we're gonna have 12, and they can bring a guest. So,
it's going to be
24 total people.
There's the maximum for that.
I don't know if I like the idea of and bring a guest.
I don't like that either.
Some people can. I like individuals that are all fucked up.
They'll work together.
Yeah.
24 people. You know, I think we could fit twice as much as that in there. That studio's bigger than where we used to broadcast, and we used to have 100 easy.
There's, I guess capacity rules we must adhere to.
But look, I said what I had to say yesterday. So
management
this is
say?
wonderful. 24 people will be watching our broadcast.
24
Friday.
people who we can then interact with again, and like we did with at the old studio. I'm picturing fun.
Space is limited. 24 people total, and winners will be chosen on the first emails received. Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Each winner may bring one guest. So the first 12 emails to this email address.
Wait, what? But what if they don't, what if they RSVP but don't show up? Like, we need some backups.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we want to have people just outside and then, say, hey, you can come in? Hand pick some people that would be interesting.
And what if we want to bring people up? By the way,
everyone relax.
What if we want to bring people up for, say, a half hour and then rotate because they have to leave? People have to go to work. Sometimes they don't come for the entire time.
That is true.
They might be able to come for 20 minutes or a half hour.
What about guests that we want to have in there anyway, like the likes of, Stupid Patty, Big A, things like that?
What is this?
What? Oh, my God, if you could have seen what you just heard.
Do not give out the email address because then we're fucked.
That's the solicitation info that I was provided with.
Look, I know the guys are trying down the hall, but honestly, this is my real issue. We can do way better than this. We really can.
Yes.
Because it's not just it's not just inviting the first 12 to email. We have special fans and people that we would want to invite up because they would actually help the broadcast.
And if there's some nut that wants to come in, we would love to have them.
And you have to have a rotating thing because people really some can stay for the whole time. A lot can't because of work.
Yeah.
And some people may want to come in for a little while and then go, you know what, I want to go home.
Exactly. They'll take some time, walk around the city a little bit, and then come here and show up and,
Yeah. We have to be a little less rigid with it.
Of course.
Rigid. This thing has... This smells like a lawyer. This is like a legal disclaimer.
I'm not reading this.
I'll read it.
No, don't read it.
I just won't read the...
Because if you read the email address,
I won't read the email.
Then we're fucked. What,
I won't read the email.
Steve, you're whispering. There's a microphone here.
What, Steve?
You guys will have final say on whoever comes in as long as you can peruse that beforehand. I sent them all a long list after I got this, which they never responded to. So I'll make sure you guys get final say on who comes in.
But also, we should be able to rotate a little bit, again, because people have to come and go. Sure. Some people will just have to leave. They'll have things to do, places to go, people to see, events to attend, friends to visit.
This is all just the ridiculous security protocols that have to go on because of this building that we're in. Everyone's got to have an ID. Everyone's got to get signed in. Everybody's got to get put into the system. Everyone's got to get checked.
Oh, cool. Boy, the 92.3 is doing a great job in the morning off the subject.
Oh, I know, yeah.
All right.
Saw that.
Oh, boy.
We can talk about that in a second.
Great idea.
Good job, guys.
Our old station just hired Mariah Carey's husband to do mornings.
Good job.
And, it's Nick Cannon, who's one of the people that does America's Got Talent. But the problem is, Nick Cannon has many jobs already, and he goes, well, I'll just add another full-time job to my workday.
Go ahead. Have fun.
And Nick Cannon thinks he could do it. These guys don't understand how hard radio is to do, especially celebrities. They think it's a fucking piece of cake. Most celebrities just fail miserably at doing radio because they don't have the work ethic that it takes to do a radio show. And I don't blame Nick Cannon for thinking he could do it.
Sure.
I blame, once again, management, not here, of another company. They know this shit doesn't work.
They've seen it before. The celebrity radio thing, it really doesn't work very well.
They're fucking terrible.
It just doesn't work, and they should understand that by now, especially them, because they did the David Lee Roth experiment. So now Nick Cannon's going to be doing mornings. I mean, the article in the paper is like, I won't be able to sleep. I'll just be taking power naps. How long will that possibly?
That'll make for good radio.
How long will that work before it's just a complete disaster?
You know, and why didn't they have him come in for the fugitive thing? That would have been a great kickoff for him.
Right. Well, that would mean he would have to, work.
Yes, of course.
It's a horrendous move. It really is.
But upper management never gets fired. It's always just the talent, never the fucking guys that make the decisions.
They should just find whoever is really good at doing that type of radio and put him in mornings. An actual radio guy. Enough with celebrities doing radio shows. It just doesn't work. They don't have the work ethic. This is a fucking tough fucking life.
And what do you think they?
I know you have a tougher life out there. I'm not trying to say that, but this is a lot harder than people realize.
What do you think they're paying him?
Oh wow! I mean, 7 figures easy. Easy.
Oh, that fucking.
So,
and no one's head will roll over this when it fails miserably.
Nope.
He's married to Mariah Carey.
Miserably.
He's gonna what? Not spend time with his wife Mariah Carey to put in the time to get a good radio show together.
They'll voice track a lot of stuff, I bet.
Yeah, fine. The listeners are gonna know that though.
Yeah.
They're not stupid.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So, but that's not the worst move in radio yesterday.
Oh my God.
There's even a worse move than that happened yesterday. Citadel, who's officially, I guess they officially filed for bankruptcy.
Oh, they did.
Which means our stock certificate is now worth just pennies. The $100,000 investment Ant and I each did. That means $100,000 each is now worth basically pennies.
I got some value out of it.
You sold?
No, I ran out of toilet paper, and it was right near me in the bathroom, so I just wiped my fucking ass with it.
Citadel filed for bankruptcy, and they made a programming change.
Yes, they did.
They hired a guy to be the vice president of programming for the entire company.
Wow,
Citadel,
that's
which is
important.
It has to be at least 100 radio stations.
Boy, let me tell you.
They hired Scott Shannon to be
Shannon
to be the fucking vice president of programming. We've played his audio from his New York show on this fine radio show of ours.
There it is.
The guy.
Oh, I'd love to hear the meeting between him and Fareed. That must have been a nice little chit chat.
What is he going to do programming wise for Citadel Broadcasting? He's barely involved in his own radio show.
It says Scott's contributions to radio are legendary.
They are legendary. I'll give him that.
And his successes are many. He has a proven resource for us, best music programmer in the industry today. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, accolades. Shannon, a long-time broadcaster, hosts shows in all over the place. Will work with Citadel's major market programmers on overall programming and content direction. Good luck to you. Have fun with the stock certificate in the shitter and the company filing for bankruptcy.
I want to hear more of his audio.
Let me say, I accept this job with such full. His teeth fly out of his head. His big fake teeth.
All right. Please, can we hear more of his audio? Can't they just grab a minute for me?
Just send it down the hall. Just say it. They're listening to you in the office.
Guys, please.
Just go, Sam, please get me some Scott Shannon audio.
And he'll be on it.
Pronto.
Sam or E-Rock?
Yeah, we'll have some Scott Shannon. We'll show you how great he is and that he's worthy of this amazing position that Free just gave him.
Program a bankrupt company. What an honor.
And then our pal. So what are we doing with the 12 listener thing?
Well, it's 24 listeners. I don't want this to really sound silly.
No, it's 12 listeners.
But it's going to be 24 in there.
Right. It's 12 winners.
12 plus 1.
Right.
12 each plus 1.
Right. We've never done a radio show for 24 people.
We can do. I mean, I don't mind that because it's like a physically limiting space. But the problem is, again, you need more than enough people because
we want to. I mean, I want to blow it out. Like, change the rules and have people outside the fishbowl. Is that crazy?
Would never allow
There's
that.
another freaking entrance to this place on the
They
other side.
would never allow it. Never. Safety issues. My God, are you insane? People standing?
Yeah, they can put chairs out there. They've
Someone's
done it.
knee could give. A chair? What if a leg breaks on a chair? You're liable, my friend.
Oh,
Yes.
I stand corrected.
So
We'll figure that out. But I do think we should, wow. We got to get people quick. 12, you know.
that could take
12 emails?
That could take a half a second.
Damn.
We got to get also a bunch of homeless folks
Yeah.
for their talent show.
Yes, we do. Because without the homeless, it's just us in the fishbowl with our listeners. But I have no doubts that with the promise of cold, hard cash, that the homeless will show.
To show off their talent.
Can I say this, though?
Sure can, Jimmy.
Let's just say that the homeless come and we do the talent show. We also say we have other prizes for them if we want to.
Certainly.
Is there a way, if we decide to, impromptu, say we find some listeners who happen to come, and we realize that they too have a gift.
Certain talent.
Yeah. Perhaps to do a secondary portion of it. If we find that the talent pool
Right, is a little
in the
shallow.
homeless... Exactly. I was thinking more of a fucking riverbed.
Infected.
Yeah. But let's just say that let's say the homeless thing runs its course by a certain time.
Yes.
Well, and the poor sponsor may feel like they've just,
Yes, missed out.
Yeah.
On a big opportunity. I am totally game for getting the listeners involved. Even when we just hand them microphones. It's always been magic and gold, Jim.
It really has.
You know that.
What happened?
Fantastic.
We'll figure it out as the day goes on here.
I want to get this out of the way right away. I got to say hi to my buddy, Deco Bill.
Deco Bill.
Deco Bill.
He sounds like a real creep.
Deco Bill. How could Deco Bill be a creep when he has sent me more Nazi memorabilia than I've ever seen in my life?
Oh, good point.
Wow. Just pins and magazines and books and a giant stamp collection. Thank you, Deco Bill.
Wow, this is genuine stuff.
Yeah.
Look at this. Hitler for mayor? What a weird button.
There's all kinds of stuff. Pin some on your lapel and walk around.
Now, I understand that Nazi was an amazing era and all that, but they're just such, terrible people.
Well, no one's denying the fact that they were
Let me see
awful
this.
people, I must say.
Let me see that.
I mean, some of that stuff is cool for a historical point of view.
I watched last night, just for the hell of it, the 1936 Nuremberg documentary called Triumph of the Will. Wow. Unbelievable how in a few short years it went from that to, putting a bullet in your head in the bunker. All I kept thinking was somebody was going to peek in my window and watch me watching black and white Hitler footage.
Weeping. I'm sure they can hear it down the block. You know what I watched recently historically, which is not a Nazi thing, but I'm reading the book after Jesse and I's talk. I mean, I started rereading Vincent Bugliosi's book about the JFK assassination. So
It wasn't an assassin. All right.
the book is so good, dude.
Yeah?
We interviewed him
Good one?
about that. I forgot. We were on K-Rock. We interviewed him about
Yeah, we
that.
sure did.
I watched JFK's inaugural speech in 1961, the one where he makes the famous "Ask not what your country could do for you, what you could do for your country."
Ask not.
Not.
You forget what a great speaker. Because we always think of like Martin Luther King and all these other guys as being amazing speakers. He was a fucking great speaker, man.
Yeah, people loved him.
God damn, was JFK
Passionate
good?
with what he said. We will put a man on the moon by the end of the decade.
He didn't say that in that speech.
I know.
Civility is not a weakness. I was like, God, that was what a great fucking thing to say. But he was a guy who was
A
always.
skull is a weakness.
Yes, yeah, that is
human
true.
skull.
Yes, a head with a doggy door. That's a weakness. Yes.
Terrible.
A head that opens like a little puppeteer's box. Here's a weakness.
It's good. A Jack Kennedy in the box. You twirl the little handle in my ear, and the top of my head pops off.
When you sneeze and your head falls over the way 2 condoms do when they're attached. But, what a great speech, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fucking good.
He was the man.
You know what channel I'm really getting addicted to now? Goddamn Smithsonian.
Oh.
Have you seen Smithsonian HD channel?
They got a Smithsonian channel?
Yes, they do, and it's some of the best history crap ever. It's all like from Smithsonian archives and everything like that.
The museum in Washington sucks. It
Well,
could be
actually,
so much
it could
better
be.
than it is.
Apparently, all the good stuff is still like tucked away.
They're too scared to display it or
I
something.
think the Air and Space one, and this,
a lot of the museums in Washington are great, but the Smithsonian was a big disappointment when I saw it.
last night they
Archie
had
Bunker's chair.
Yeah,
Oh,
chairs.
right.
I did like that in the MASH tent, though. I was like, those
No,
are pretty cool.
there was
I sat in the chair, I spilled coffee on it.
Actually, I didn't mind it. I'm just saying. But I don't even remember half the stuff because it was like, who cares? Who cares stuff?
They had last night Men Who Brought the Dawn, and it was the story of delivering the 2 atom bombs to Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
of course, yeah.
Oh my God! With like film clips I've never seen before, interviews with Tibbets and the bombardier and the communications engineer and everything that happened. Well, obviously we know what happened, but all the ins and outs of them finally dropping it and turning around and. Like, Tibbets is just such an old fucking military guy. He's talking, he goes, I knew we were up to about 160 miles an hour on the runway, and we take off at 140, but we had such a big load, and the co-pilot started pulling back on the yoke. I turn around and go, God damn, let go of that thing. I'm flying this plane.
Just a man's man.
Crotchety old fuck that killed hundreds of thousands of Japanese.
The people who say that we could have not dropped that because the Japanese were ready to surrender, and that was more to show the Soviets what we had,
right.
and that we were willing to use.
Exactly. I'll be talking about that too. They stick to it. I mean, the people on the Enola Gay and Boxcar, they stick to the fact or their opinion, and a lot of people's opinion that dropping the 2 bombs on Japan saved more Japanese than an invasion would have.
Of course.
And more people were killed in the fire bombings of Japan than were killed by both atom bombs.
Right.
Couldn't they just drop one, though?
After they dropped 1, the motherfuckers weren't surrendering.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, hey, guys, they weren't even acknowledging the fucking thing. So you dropped 2, and then they were like, and there was a 3rd one, and it was on its way over to a fucking base to be dropped when the surrender came through. And they turned around at the California coast, put it back in storage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were ready to fucking
Where's
drop
that
the 3rd
bomb
one.
now?
I'm going to find out. Shut up.
He's going to be looking for the windows.
Is that show tonight?
I don't know, man.
Wednesday night, 10 o'clock.
Wednesday is a busy night.
So we'll have audio of that show tomorrow. It's our new favorite bit.
Tomorrow he
Just to make
talks
sure.
about what's the subject of the show
No,
tomorrow? Tonight, I'm sorry.
Did he do 9/11 yet?
9/11 was last week.
How was that?
Oh, this one is global warming. Is it a hoax?
Cool.
Yeah, so he's going to talk about that.
Yeah, it'll be good.
How was the 9/11 one?
It was good.
It
was
was
about 2 hours on it.
It was pure Jesse
classic
Ventura
stuff.
psychobabble about thermite paint and all the other stuff. He goes to. I'll quickly tell you this. We went over it, but you got to hear this. He goes to JFK Airport, where apparently in one of the hangars they store metal from the Trade Center. And he calls his camera crew, come here, I see it. And he's looking through a window on a door in a hangar at JFK going, there's what they don't want me to see. It's right through the window. You're seeing it. It's metal. He goes, if we could only test that dust for thermite. And then he twists the knob and goes, well, the door's locked. Oh, a locked door at JFK. Holy shit, Jesse. You're turning the world on its ear. He's an ass.
You wanted to test it for thermite dust?
Thermite dust.
And then
because it was exploded.
But wait, you act like that nobody had access to the Trade Center. I walked down there.
The biggest crime scene that was cleaned up so quickly. Giuliani was proud of how many tons went out. Yeah, they had to clean up fucking the lower half of Manhattan, idiot.
If you're trying to hide a crime scene, you don't collapse the buildings in the middle of the city.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's silly.
Yeah,
And he was pissed at how quickly they got away. And then they show him down at Ground Zero now going, I was hoping to find a piece of metal that we could have run tests on. 8 years later, you dummy. There's new buildings there.
Wouldn't the rain have washed it off?
It's just,
Dude, we did all this last week.
Idiot.
We did all these points last week.
And where were you in 2001?
We did that last week,
Where
too.
were you?
Where was he?
We did this whole bit.
Where was he?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Fantastic,
We did
though.
2 hours. We killed them.
I strongly recommend you find it and watch
Yeah.
it and
It's
chuckle along with Jesse.
Find it. It's online. It's on YouTube. It's everywhere. But yeah, we did it. I mean, we can't wait to see the global warming one
Right.
tonight. And
Super thermite. That's what he called it.
And we'll be all over that tomorrow, certainly. Hey, why don't we take our first break because we have about 14 live reads today.
Wow.
So we have to I think we have to break more than usual to squeeze them in.
Let me just explain to the listener, though. Don't tune away.
No, of
for
course
the live reads because we try to make them very interesting and fun.
Well,
you won't even know it's a read.
And we got stuff we give away during the commercial breaks now.
It's amazing. We just pop in and talk about whores, things like that. So don't you go anywhere during these.
Speaking of whores, your Tiger Woods update after the break.
Amazing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 to go through today.
6 events that have changed
6 new
over.
events since yesterday.
Fantastic.
By the way, before we break, I found the best way to annoy your girlfriend.
All right. Well, you're going to tell us after the break.
Okay.
Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony, got a busy show. We got MVP for the WWE coming in a few minutes. I guess he's doing a tribute to the troops. That's very, very solid, man.
WWE is doing a whole tribute
to the troops, and MVP is one of the participants, and it's going to be this Saturday, 9 p.m. on NBC. NBC got the WWE? That's pretty fucking cool. What, Jimmy? I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's from Iraq, I think.
Yeah. So we'll talk to him about that, and then we got our old friend Victoria Zdrok. ZDROK, the sexpert.
Yeah, she has a very sexy porn tape out.
Really?
What? Really?
Yeah.
Did she porn tape?
She's she kind of hosts it where it's like a guide to sex and stuff, but she does, I believe it's a lesbian scene at the end. And she's a fucking dirty one, man.
Oh yeah.
What the hell's her name again?
Victoria
Victoria. She flops
Is that
out.
Dr.
She flops.
Z?
Yeah, Dr.
Yeah.
Z. She flops out her tits when she comes in here.
They're fucking fantastic.
And she was
Dr.
willing.
Z, yeah,
she was
why don't
willing to put a strap on and bang Patrice up the ass.
Right.
Patrice is like, "Go fuck yourself."
I remember that. But Patrice
But
kinda,
she had the whole strap on.
Patrice made it sound like he wanted to have it done.
I lied.
And then he lied.
Oh yeah, that was the famous line. She's all ready, and he goes, "I lied." Hey, Scott and Todd, you asked for the audio, Jimmy. We got the audio. So, a lot of news in the radio world. Two big stories.
Yes, giant.
Nick Cannon, who's Mariah Carey's husband, will be doing mornings at our old joint, 92.3 now, whatever it's called.
Great job.
I think it's a lame move. I think they got to wake up. Celebrities don't know how to do radio shows.
They're not going to wake up, though.
I would love to get a list together of celebrities that have done radio shows and have failed miserably. Whoopi's a huge one.
Oh, my God, right?
She didn't last.
Not at all. Ugh.
David
Lee Roth.
David Lee Roth didn't last. There's a bunch of them, too. I think we could get a little list together. And they know that over there because, this radio thing's, it's hard work. And someone like Nick Cannon, they're interviewing him in the paper, and he's like, "Well, I got a lot of full-time jobs already. This is just another full-time job. I guess I just won't sleep."
Yeah, people seem
How's
to
that going to work in the end?
have the misconception that you just kind of, come in and wing it. Oh, wait a minute. No, somebody like him is going to start coming in, realize it's early in the morning, it sucks, and not be able to handle the hours.
Right. Yeah. I mean, celebrities in general are lazy.
RuPaul.
They don't want RuPaul.
Wow.
They don't want to like freaking put in the time.
Did Alec Baldwin do radio? What?
No.
Is Alec Baldwin
Is he on that
bombed
list?
doing radio? I don't know. Maybe was he on one of those liberal fucking Al Franken? That whole fucking, whole thing. Janine Garofalo
That's right. Wow, yeah.
on that lib radio.
Air America.
Air America.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper did radio?
That's what I'm just reading things. No, Wendy Williams was the other way. She did radio and does a show, and apparently it's pretty successful. That stupid fucking man show of hers. God damn. Who knew?
And the other thing that happened in radio yesterday, Scott Shannon, who is a legend in this business, and we should respect him a little bit. He's an older gentleman now, though.
Yes.
And his creative years are way past him. Way past him.
A little in his wake.
So that's why I'm a bit surprised that Citadel Broadcasting decided to make Scott Shannon the vice president of programming for all their properties, all their radio stations.
You're surprised a bankrupt company made a silly move? Why?
Extremely surprised they would do that. Instead of getting some young programmer to take over the company, they went with Scott Shannon, who hasn't done anything creative in probably a decade.
Been a while.
Doesn't he program PLJ, though? Which is actually doing very well. They probably thought we have nothing else going.
What does that entail? Programming PLJ?
Oh, there's lots of things.
For real, I don't know. There's nothing there. It's just basic shit. It's just basic shit.
No.
You just play the hits.
Jimmy requested some Scott and Todd audio, so this is a break they did 15, 20 minutes ago.
Another breach of security publicized from the White House. This couple from Georgia were there for a White House tour, and before they knew it, they were sitting at breakfast with Barack Obama and his wife.
In the private dining room?
Yeah. It left the White House again explaining how people who were not on the event guest list wound up.
You might need to make a change over there.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
It's starting to scare
make a
me.
change.
The improbable adventure of Harvey and Paula Darden from Hogansville, Georgia, happened on Veterans Day.
Come on in.
2 weeks before the Salami family.
We're not on the list, That's all right.
The White House and the Secret Service both said they went through appropriate security screenings, were allowed into the breakfast as a courtesy because there were no public tours that day.
Oh.
However, that explanation was news to Mr. Darden. Harvey is a retired pharmacist, said they were never told about a breakfast. They thought they were simply starting their tour, which was arranged through the congressman. They were ushered into the East Room, told they'd be meeting with the president.
Wow.
For a big breakfast there.
They met with the president?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Harvey and Paula out of Hogansville.
So it wasn't really a breach because they were told that they were going to be.
Oh, yeah.
No,
they didn't do it on
Are you
purpose.
listening?
I'm just saying. They approached the White House aide and said, we're not supposed to be at the breakfast with the president. The guy said, just go with the flow, will you? Told him, just go with the flow.
Nice. Don't worry about it.
I wonder if now is that a breach, or did Obama say just want to do something weird, like get a couple of citizens to have breakfast with
All right,
him?
Jimmy, hold on for a second.
Who cares, Jimmy? We gotta talk about how uncomfortable that was.
You know what?
The clip was
What's
being
wrong
played
with you? Because it was Scott Shannon.
Jesus, Jimmy. What's wrong with you?
I don't know why
But I have to defend Jimmy on something. Why the fuck would you pick an interesting story because I gotta tell you, it's kind of an interesting story.
Of course,
I was dying to hear what was next.
Yes,
Well,
it's an
because-
interesting story, but it was very uncomfortable to listen to.
Right,
I got a very
yeah,
uncomfortable
fair.
feeling listening to that. There's no energy behind what they're saying.
That's
Well,
the
but most
story
of
of the day. And so to read it, for a morning show, to read it as if they're news readers,
Yeah.
you just turn on the CW for
Here's
that.
the problem, though. When we play clips of news people, they're like, and two people were in the White House that don't belong there.
Sure.
It's boring and dull anyway.
Right.
So that, to me, could have been any boring and dull, news station, just to go, if we ever went, hey, there's a story about, a couple in the White House, let's go to the clip. It would have sounded just like that.
Exactly,
So that
but-
wasn't a good example. No, I
Wait.
submit to you that was not a good example of Scott Shannon because the story was too interesting and it took away from really listening to how badly he trips over his choppers.
But here's why it is a good example. We put it into the context of they're supposed to be doing what this show does, meaning
Not really.
add the pizzazz to the clip, not just do the clip.
But you don't know that. No one knows that listening. They probably, if someone just tuned in, they wouldn't go, they wouldn't have gone, oh wow, they're goofing on Scott Shannon or some other radio show or something. They would go, oh, here's a story about the White House.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
Should we get another clip?
You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up.
Yes. Oh, I wanted to do more.
Jimmy.
I dropped. It's the worst when I wanted to keep the chant going and none of the guys
I
did.
know. Don't you hate being the last guy chanting?
The worst, especially when 4 hours later you realize everyone's gone home. You're still chanting.
Well, you want another clip, Ed, or what?
You want more Scott?
Yes.
I want Scott with a story that isn't, like, compelling.
Yes, please.
It was kind of a compelling story.
I wasn't compelled.
I wanted to know what happened.
You weren't compelled.
The energy was really weak.
But like I said,
weak.
Did you hear Todd's jokes?
Play that AP guy. And today, blah, 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 blah.
No, I understand that.
Blah, blah, blah.
I understand that. But I think the listeners understand they were listening to a morning show that should be all peppy and energetic and
Like us.
and some kind of chemistry going back and forth. Hey, that's the one thing we do have is energy.
I don't know how.
Happy and bursting with love.
Okay.
That's the one thing this show always will have is the energy.
I'll be back in 5 minutes with a boring story.
Please do.
Thank you.
We're happy and peppy and bursting with love. Happy and peppy.
Like a little pup. We go down at that part. Like a little pup.
Happy and peppy and bursting with love. A terrible song.
You want to do Tiger Woods or do you want to do a story about our old friend Barry Williams?
Oh, I'd rather do that Barry Williams.
Barry
That's a
Williams,
great one.
Barry Williams is our old pal. Maybe we could get him on the phone. I still have his number, I think.
Does he still have a station here or no? Or a show?
I think he was on the
70s
70s channel for a while. I don't know. I haven't heard him on there in a while. I check out the 70s channel.
Or was he hiding from his chick? Well, he chases him with a fucking medieval mace.
When I went and saw him in L.A., he was married to like some kind of international investor, banker, investing. I don't know.
Import, export.
Yeah, some kind of international banker. Let's just put it that way.
You had leftovers with him.
That's right. No, he had a brand new meal. I had the
You had
leftovers.
leftovers.
Yes, that is a true story. But he was married. He had a kid, and that went horribly wrong. I don't know what happened there. And now he's dating again. And Barry Williams just filed a restraining order against his chick or his ex-chick.
What?
Not his wife, his ex-wife. His ex-chick after the wife left.
So the wife left. He starts dating.
Yeah.
And then things get so out of control, he's got to file a restraining order against the chick.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we're going to find out right now.
Oh.
How about Greg Brady? It's a story about restraining orders.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Where's
Yeah?
this from?
Who thought that, Barry Williams would end up in the news today? But he actually has a restraining order against his girlfriend, who he claims has been violent to him in the past. He claims that she pulled a knife on him in August and almost tried to stab him, and he had to restrain her. And he's saying he's breaking up with her, and he knows she's going to flip out. And he was granted a restraining order of 100 yards. So he wants nothing to do with her or her knives.
Or her knives.
It's funny how, like, a girl chased a guy with a knife, and they joke about it, but yet the fucking Snooki clip, if you joked about it, they'd say it's insensitive to domestic violence.
Well,
All the way around.
By the way,
that's
she
a double
More
standard,
tragic.
right?
she freaked out about a beauty contest that she didn't win, and I'm
That's
looking
right.
at her. It's like, who'd she lose to? Mr. Ed? What a
Yeah.
fucking long face.
She's not the most attractive.
She shouldn't be doing beauty contests.
She's not. She's fuckable, but it's like, come on.
Yeah, for
long
Greg,
head,
I can't see her body, though, in that shot.
Well,
big toothy gal.
Poor Greg.
she's all right. He's in hell.
The restraining order is because she's not groovy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, she came in and she caught him smoking
Yes.
in his little beaded room.
Big trouble.
What's going on with his hair? He's got like cotton candy hair.
Yeah, it's like each follicle seems to have a 1 inch around it.
Yeah, there's-
his follicles like breathing room. It seems.
He's same thing he had to do against the fucking the TV Mr. Brady. File a restraining order.
See, apparently his hair looks like it's covering his entire head, yet the forest is very sparse.
It sure is, Anthony. It sure is.
Damn.
A lot of sunbeams hitting the skull.
Yeah. So she didn't win. Okay, there's a little body shot. Let's take a look.
She's all right.
Yeah, she's all right. Yeah, she's got fucking Sarah Jessica Parker chin going on
She
there, though.
does, yeah.
She didn't win a beauty contest, so she goes after him with a knife?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Well, apparently
WTF.
it was like she wanted the $10 Monopoly card that she won the beauty contest, and she didn't get it. So her fucking face is shaped like the Monopoly iron.
Jesus.
Salvage that one.
All right. Well, so that's going on today. Maybe we could get Barry on the phone to discuss it further.
I doubt it.
He
Why
wouldn't
not?
be able to.
Why not?
It's a restraining order. Usually, lawyers get involved and say you can't talk about shit like that.
Is MVP here?
Who?
Is that MVP? Let's get him in. Let's get this over with. I mean, let's talk to MVP.
Yeah, I think he is here.
Is that him coming down the hall?
I don't know.
And then we'll
white
do.
guy with
All
coffee.
right, then we'll do the Tiger Woods update after we have MVP in studio. Okay.
Who are these people? An MVP?
Who are these?
Who?
That's MVP.
I have no idea.
That's E-Rock.
Yeah.
With his horrendous haircut.
It really is awful.
What is he doing?
MVP and FAT. While
MWP, most worthless person. Rock.
Yeah, bring him in.
Yeah. Bring him right in.
I want E-Rock in here.
How you doing, E-Rock?
What's up, MVP?
How you been, man?
Oh, man, exceptional.
Very good. Huh?
Hi.
And seats all around?
Doing all right?
What's up, brother?
No, it's inconvenient, but...
Yeah. Long extended handshakes.
Yeah.
across
This
Yeah, we
studio
just-
isn't conducive to shaking hands, apparently.
Now, you wanted E-Rock in here?
Well, we never
Well,
really
we want to
want
just look
him
at his
together.
haircut.
What's wrong with that? It's cool. It's a cool look if you're fucking doing you're like the rich kid in a fucking 80s movie. It's good.
That is pretty good.
It's awful.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, good. Scott and Todd talk about an overdue library book. See,
All
this is
right,
the type of
that's-
clip we need, Sam.
Now, that's the type of thing we're looking for.
Perfect.
Come on.
Are you going to Iraq?
No,
Just got back from Iraq.
Yeah,
Oh, you came back. Okay.
Yeah, it's done, Jimmy. Now they got to show it on TV. This
Yeah.
Saturday.
Why don't they show it live, or is this just the time difference? It's
Oh,
crazy.
but it's like, what, a
Yeah, you got to cut it up.
14-hour time difference, and then, they got to
Been
do
there?
all the editing and
Yeah, you got to cut it up, make it look good, right?
make it into a show, turn it into something.
Okay. So where were you guys in Iraq?
We were at the Balad Air Force Base. That was where we were based, and then from there, they split us up into groups, and we went to a few different forward operating bases. My group went to Al Assad base, which I think is primarily a Marine base.
How'd you get there?
C-130 cargo jet.
I mean, like, how'd you get from base to base?
C-130
Oh, C-130?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all I took when I was in country, as we say.
In country, yes.
I didn't
yes.
take any. Did you take any Blackhawks or any? I didn't take any helicopters. It was all C-130s.
This time we didn't. I think some of the other guys may have, but I didn't fly on any Blackhawks this particular trip.
When you took off, did you notice that they put guys in the back of the planes, and there's like windows. When you take off, there's like these guys looking out your windows, and when you ask them what they're doing, they like that's to make sure that no
incoming. Yeah,
nothing's fired at you.
Wow.
It's very comforting.
Yeah, that's good.
First time in Iraq?
Yes, it was a. Excuse me.
What was your first impression?
But yeah, it's funny because when we got there, they one of the colonels or majors, or I forget whoever, but he was basically telling us that at that particular base, on occasion, they get mortar attacks. They hadn't had any in a few days, so we should be all right. And I'm laughing to myself, like, yeah, we hadn't had days, we should be all right. Mortar attacks, on base. So.
Sure.
But I think the thing that got me the most, man, was just how appreciative the troops over there are, because they don't get anything. I mean, periodically, you get comedians and, we go over there and visit them, but just to be so far from home and they were so appreciative, just the gratitude over and over, man. Thanks for coming out. Everybody from privates to generals, everybody was very thankful for us coming out.
And they're all polite. They're all they really are the best audiences, man. They really are so happy you showed up.
Did you hear this? Now, this got me. I thought this was kind of bizarre. One thing I kept hearing is that how cool it was to be normal or around normal people. Did anybody say that to you? Well, that's what I was saying.
Not never in my life.
I was wondering because man, it's just so nice to be normal, to be around normal people. I said, if you think we're normal, you guys have actually lost it. It's official.
Been here a little too long.
You've been here too long.
It's probably because you're around guys. It's all military there. It's all
right,
aggressive, and we didn't go to any forward bases though. We went to. We tried to go into Balad. We couldn't land because of the fog. But those forward bases, man, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Man, it's funny because I was talking to one guy, and last time I was here, I talked to you guys about my past, and I was talking to a few Marines, and I said, guys, this I can't exactly relate, but to an extent, as I'm looking around and I see, razor wire and guard towers, and you guys are in uniform, and you got certain times you got to eat, and this is kind of like being in prison, man. It kind of sucks. Well, no, I mean, it sucks, but just the same, I was just like, man. And for as far as you can see, man, it's just dirt and sand.
Nothingness.
It's nothing, man.
Desert.
Nothing.
I think it sucks that they're in a country where, because of the respect of the religious beliefs, they can't have a fucking beer or something. You watch good old NAM footage and shit, and the guys are sitting at their fire bases just,
getting wasted.
Getting a little fucking buzz on, having some fun, smoking a little weed.
We see how that worked out in the end.
Yeah, it worked out real well.
At least if it's going to go that way, at least be able to drink.
I got a kick out of the fact in the chow hall they had non-alcoholic beer.
Really?
Man, what's the point?
Yeah.
Man?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because beer doesn't taste good.
Maybe if you make some alcohol and dump it in there, stir it up a little bit.
I'm sure they could make all kinds of things.
I'm sure,
yeah. I got a kick out of the fact I went to the PX, and we were originally supposed to go to Afghanistan, but they said it was a little too hot there now, so they kept us in Iraq. And I went to the PX, and they had a jewelry store that had all like the cheap flea market bling, and one of them there was a marijuana leaf all blinged out with glass or whatever it was, and I was surprised by that, and I asked the captain that was escorting me, I was like, man, are you guys allowed to have that here? And some random civilian guys, oh man, you should go to Afghanistan, man, they got that's everywhere, man, it just grows, it's all over the place, it's great. It was bittersweet because like now, with our drug testing policy, if you test positive for marijuana, it's a $2,500 fine.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah. They're pretty stringent, man.
You can pay that though.
Yeah.
That's easy, I'm thinking, for some of these guys.
When you stack them up, though, after a while,
that's
it gets
true.
to be kind of redundant.
Sure.
I have a question about. I have a jail attitude question. How do you know when you're in? I've always wondered this. When you have to fight a guy, like when what is the moment you know? Like, I just watched a show on this movie on this guy called Bronson, who's a British prisoner. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's like the most violent guy.
Charlie Bronson.
Charlie Bronson.
Sure, yeah.
He's a guy in England. Legendarily the most violent.
Charles Bronson.
Well, that's where they got the name from, obviously. His real name is Steven something, I think. And
Seagal?
No. Although he is a better actor and a fucking better deputy sheriff. This guy is a legendary sociopath. Like, he just literally would put butter on his body and get naked and wait for the guards to come in. He was a love to...
He's been in prison like over 30 years now, right?
He's done 30 in solitary confinement. He's done like 36 years.
What?
He's a fucking... He's
now,
not a nice guy.
What did you do to get in there?
He never killed anybody.
It's probably just a traffic ticket.
Yeah,
He just never got out.
Yeah, never got out because he just couldn't behave.
That library book, he just won't give it back.
Now it's a 30-year sentence.
What is the moment, though? Like, what's
wait, I want to know more about Charlie Bronson before MVP answers the question.
The movie is just called Bronson, and I've seen footage of the real guy.
It's a documentary? Oh, it's a movie. Film. Okay, gotcha.
It's a really weird, artsy movie where the guy kind of plays him, and he was one of those guys that you just couldn't befriend because he would eventually hurt you. But he did not kill anybody. They sent him away to a mental institution because he just kept beating up guards, and he's a guy who loves to fight. He's just a violent man. And, it was a decent movie.
Get him in the squared circle.
What's that?
Get him in the squared circle.
Is that a ring?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. So back to MVP. So
and so it got me. I saw it like 4 days ago, and it's got me thinking. Like when you're in and like you're going for lunch or whatever. What are one of those moments where like you just want to do your thing and eat, and all of a sudden you're in a fight? Like somebody does something that if you don't address, your time there is going to be miserable.
It's just one of those moments you just know. It's not a situation where you go, let's see, this guy just called me a bitch and took my brownie. Maybe I should fight. No, case in point, years ago, when I was just breaking into business, I was sitting in a locker room getting dressed, and this other wrestler who was a little well known, he's washed up now, but he stands over me and says, "Hey, you're sitting in my seat." That's a fight. There's nothing to discuss.
Right.
Because he's just trying you. You're in my seat. Fuck. We're on Saturday, right?
Yeah. Oh, we're fine.
Yeah, fuck you, man. You don't try me like that. Nah, he's just trying. You're in my seat. So you just get up and punch him in the mouth. That's all.
That's the only way to really handle that is just to get up and sock the guy in the mouth.
And that's what you did?
Well, what I did, because I was trying to get a job, it was the other company, TNA. And I said, well, I find that hard to believe because I just moved that chair. I just moved this chair here from over there, and I stood up. and his whole demeanor changed. This guy was known for kind of being a bit of a dick to like the young green guys, you know, trying to start out. And he goes, "Oh, no, I was just saying that every week. That's my normal seat. That's normally where I sit." Whole demeanor changed. Yes.
Bitched out.
Yeah.
Who was it? I gotta know.
What's it rhyme with? You're not saying anything bad about the guy. You're just saying that he
rhymes with Maven.
Shit. Hogan, Hulk Hogan. No.
Cliff Clavin?
Hulk Hogan doesn't dress with the other guys.
Rhymes with Maven.
Maven, shit. Sam?
We all know.
Raven.
I know.
Raven.
I don't know a lot of the rest.
With an R.
Okay.
It's just, that's a
Yeah, we do that to young guys. Throw the bags out of the locker room, stuff like that.
It just shows MVP has balls. Rhymes with Maven.
So there's no way when you're in jail, something like that happens. You have to just stand up and fucking pop the guy in the mouth.
No, you don't have to.
But I mean,
but you probably would be better to do that, you know, because I mean, just deal with it then, or there's going to be backlash.
Yeah, but I don't get that. So let's say you do have to fight in prison. Then is that guy backing down, or is he going to want to fight you again because now you fought?
No rules.
Or is it kind of like hockey? Hockey, these guys go at it, and then they're like, okay, that's it, we're done with this now.
Most of the guys that do that, they want to take the path of least resistance, So if you have a nice little mashup with a dude, usually it's done. Like, okay, man, I'm gonna leave that guy alone. Hey, I remember, I got a old buddy, Jimmy. Jimmy was a redneck from Fort Myers, and I used to say that a cracker will crumble, but a redneck will rumble. And Jimmy was a redneck, and I remember he and I got to be cool because one day he was in the back hiding, and he was smoking a J, and three guys, three brothers stepped down on him. Hey, give me some of that. And he was like, nah, you can't have my joint. And they jumped him. And I'm watching the whole thing. I didn't know him yet. They beat him down good. He got up, wiped the blood off his mouth. I said, that's all you guys got? They came back, they jumped him again. He got up, he said, man, we can do this all day. They never bothered Jimmy again. Never again. They were like, man, now he'll fight. Let's leave him alone. That's too much work. That's a headache.
Because even if you pop the guy and get the shit beat out of you, at least he knows, all right, there's going to be a fucking issue.
Yeah, you're going to fight. You're not just a pushover where they can just come and, okay, well, I'm going to take it. If a guy's going to take your stuff, he's got to be prepared. Okay, well, this guy may actually fight. Or, or if you stab somebody, then a guy might be like, all right, well, I can take it, and he might not do anything right now, but then I got to worry about maybe he might want to, catch me from behind later, or what have you. So.
Path of least resistance. Yeah, least resistance. What happened now? This is I've always wondered. Now, we always feel prison rape, and you're a big guy. That probably wouldn't be something that you have to worry about. I'm not a big guy, and my ass is nicer than most people would think it is. Believe me, I'm in trouble. What would happen? This is now. How do you get out of that? I always thought I would pretend I like it. And then just try to get that helmet by my mouth and sink my fucking teeth into it.
You'll probably be all right because you're funny. Yeah, you ever heard Richard Pryor do that bit?
The fucking greatest bit. Made them laugh all day to keep their minds off the booty.
You'd be that funny white boy. Hey, man, he's like, man, hey, tell me some jokes, man. You just keep them laughing. They wouldn't
Jimmy would have a sore throat.
Under that pressure, I know I'd bomb. Under the pressure of ass rape, I'd probably just tell awful jokes. Knock, knock, boo.
Jimmy writing like a maniac every night. New material.
Jimmy just did a 200-hour set.
Yeah, I guess being funny helps, but I don't know if that would,
Oh, that's just a nightmare.
That'd be really funny.
Fucking nightmare.
You guys seen Jeff Ross lately?
Jeffrey Ross.
Yeah. I saw him actually in L.A.
How's he doing?
Good.
Yeah, I was.
He came in here to promote his book.
Okay. Yeah, the last time I was here, he made some comments about my fashionable attire.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had the big the gold on.
God, you don't forget, huh?
And I never forget. No, there's guys from junior high school I still want to run into. No, but actually it's funny because I just want to say, and prior, I was familiar with your work. I'm a fan. I wasn't really familiar. I'd heard of Jeffrey Ross, but we're not really familiar with his work. But after the fact, I thought, man, this guy's actually pretty funny. He wasn't funny that day in studio, but he's pretty funny, man. He's actually really good. I saw some of the roasts. And
he's good. He's really good at the roasts.
Oh, he's outstanding. So give him my regards. Tell him I won't punch him in the face if I see him.
Yeah, absolutely, we'll do that.
That's what you should do. You should write "You're funny" one on each fist and just fucking. You like Pryor?
Oh, that's but I think my personal opinion, two greatest comedians of all time, Pryor and Carlin.
There you go.
I agree. My opinion.
That's pretty much what we say.
Hey, where do I come in on this? Oh, he doesn't know who I'm doing.
He's doing dice.
What happened?
Yeah, exactly. What happened?
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
Look at Jimmy's just like, oh.
No, I don't mind hearing that. You can make fun of Dice if you want to, even though he changed my life.
I love the Dice Man.
No, Dice had his
He knows
time.
that.
Man. You know, it's actually kind of unfortunate. You know that I was watching that show he had for a little while, and a guy sold out the Garden, and now it's
happens.
sad. Can't fill up.
Sort of Kip Winger.
Local. Those anomalies of life.
Yeah.
You're an athlete, a professional athlete, who obviously girls like athletes. They just do a lot more than they like comics. What is your, are you a married guy? No.
No.
Okay, so what's that?
Married man.
Married man? How about, first of all, I have to ask you, because Sam put down that Sherry Shepherd has been seen at a few of your shows, and so, of course, I have to ask.
Yeah, Sherry Shepherd and I are really good friends. We had a few she came, we did something together on SmackDown, and then, when I was still on SmackDown on Raw now, and then we had a thing where I took her to her high school prom, and, we got a lot of coverage off of that, and then, I was her date to the BET Awards, and we're just really, really good friends. We're cool. She's an, awesome person, but, we're
friends with benefits?
No. She's an awesome person.
Is she still on The View even?
Yeah,
she's still on there.
She's on The View. She's got her sitcom now. Sherry comes on the Lifetime Network. She's a hustler, man. She's going hard.
She might live in my building. I saw her in the elevator one time, and I couldn't remember. Like, I knew where I knew her from, and I'm like, and then she got off the elevator. What's your take on this Tiger Woods situation? I mean,
leave the guy alone, man. That pisses me off. It's none of your business. It's between him and his wife. Although I do find it amusing that his wife kicked his ass. I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
but I mean, really, man. I mean, if I had his money, I would just have a harem on premises. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even. Are you serious?
It might be where he's headed.
He may. When the president gets censured before Congress because he gets a blowjob, and this is like headline news, we're concerned about this. The moral decay of our society and whatnot. Really? Is this? We got nothing. We got wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and you got corporations dumping waste in your backyard, all this other stuff going on, and they're worried about Tiger Woods' infidelity and how many women he may or may have not slept.
This is exactly what Tiger told his wife. Hey, there's wars going on. What are you doing?
He's got a war in his house.
There was a war in his living room.
No kidding. The vestibule, the bedroom, the bathroom.
Oh, she threw one of his golf trophies at him, one that he really liked.
It's just, but the story is just amazing, just because we thought we knew who Tiger Woods was, or the image they portrayed on TV, obviously,
you never
and that
know
whole
who
thing is
anybody
bullshit.
is.
Oh no, I'm not that stupid, but with this Tiger, it sounded like he had a squeaky clean fucking.
Those are always the ones that are not.
Are the worst, right?
Yeah, and these preacher guys come out and you find out they were in a crack house with with a whore or whatever. And to me, it's ridiculous. In
the end, I don't care, but I do find it very fascinating. Where he was and where he is today within less than a month.
And somebody that I know said a long time ago, like you look at like Whitney Houston. She is as ghetto as they come. But you didn't know that for years.
Right. Yeah,
because her people had her hidden. I mean, they did a great job of presenting her as this classy, educated diva. You didn't really know how hood she was. And then it comes out, oh my God, no, she's always been that way. And in our society, we're intelligent enough to know that everything is packaged for your entertainment. Your favorite singer or whatever. And when you do have a performer that comes out and says, hey man, this is just how I am, then, they're a bad boy or they're cutting edge or whatever. Man, most people, have issues that publicly wouldn't be accepted, more questionable morals or what have you. But give me a break.
You're right on with that. You're right on with that whole thing.
And it's so
How are the wrestling groupies? They're at every they're at every arena.
No, you know what? I got to be honest with you. It's I'm a day late and a dollar short, man. We're PG now. During the Attitude Era, I've heard that
right.
They were, you didn't have to leave the hotel lobby. They were there waiting for you. But now we're PG. We're family oriented. So we got to wait another 10 years for our groupies to grow up. I guess.
Goddamn, Vince. What did he do? No more pussy for anybody. That's right. No one's getting any more pussy. Or you're fine.
We are family-oriented entertainment.
That's right.
That's where the money is.
No, you know what?
I miss
the money. The whole Disney thing.
I like when Moolah had a hand fall out of her vagina.
I can't lie. Actually, no, it was
the good old days.
Mae Young. Mae Young gave birth to the
that
hand.
was it, yeah.
That was when we were all in. I got to be honest with MVP. The edge they had. The
Attitude Era.
The attitude, the storylines. Wow, we loved it.
It was insanity. It was nothing but sex, violence, and
why did it change? What happened? I forget now. There was some.
Well, there are two things. One, the WWE is now a publicly traded corporation, so there's a board of directors, and it's not a family-operated business anymore. There are people to answer to. And two, Vince wants to take the company corporate. I mean, you got to think, he took a regional wrestling promotion and turned it into a multinational billion-dollar corporation. You know, where our program is on 100 countries, translated in over 20 languages. And I tell people all the time, you know, when I was a heel, I challenge you to find Luxembourg on a map. Most people have no idea. But in Luxembourg, those people knew how to say MVP sucks. You know, they got that. You know, and we go to places, you know, and it's amazing to me. And when we were in Iraq, and the chow halls, you know, somebody coined the term LBM, Little Brown Men. All the staff that work in the kitchen, it looked like, you know, the scene from the Titanic where like the passengers in the lower decks are all trying to get out. You know, every window you pass, you know, they're all there trying to see. And everywhere in the world we go, they know who we are. And Vince did that from just a little regional promotion to cable TV.
And that was getting rid of the edge.
Well, you know,
really
he wants to major corporate sponsors. He wants to make it, you know, top tier the entertainment.
Where do you think where is a place that you wouldn't expect wrestling to be huge where you've gone?
Oh my God, the Middle East.
It is big in the Middle East, right?
Oh yeah. What was the documentary I saw? And it was on all the TVs. What the hell was it?
In the world is Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
Where in
seen
the world
it,
is Osama bin Laden by
Morgan Spurlock.
Yeah, it was Spurlock's documentary, and he's in these just local houses in the middle of some scary places in the Middle East, and wrestling's on the TV, and they're all wearing the wrestling T-shirts and everything.
They know, man. When we were walking through the PX, or I was walking through, you know, all the local Afghanis. MVP.
Oh, really? They knew you in Afghanistan?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, not Afghanis, the Iraqis. I'm sorry.
The local.
Wow. Yeah. They knew who we are. Man. It's we have an office. WWE has opened up an office in China, and they're about to expand into China.
Yeah, her vagina's big enough. Sorry, I thought you. I misunderstood.
I like that.
Have you seen A Night in
Stupid China?
I loved it. I like a girl like
Jimmy
that.
loved it.
Jimmy, it was terrible.
Thank you, MVP.
Yeah, hers a little big, but I prefer a girl like that.
It's a penis.
No, it's not.
It's a penis.
She's just a girl with fun panties.
MVP, you like that?
Nah.
Thank you. None of us did. Jimmy liked it, though.
I like girls.
For the record, Jimmy loved it.
I mean, no, I'm not intimidated, but I'd knock her down. You know what I'm saying? If you know, get enough alcohol for him. But
I would imagine it just doesn't smell right.
You know what?
I'd imagine it'd be a weird smell. Like, wait, that's not a
you'd be surprised.
Smell. Jimmy goes, you'd be surprised.
I like a girl with a little fucking gaminess to her. I really do.
Just a gaminess.
Yeah, I like
I've never
that.
heard it put that way before.
I just went running. Get over here. Forget that shower.
Please, man.
No deodorant. I like a girl not wear deodorant.
Let's get back to this China thing. So you guys opened up an office in China?
Yeah, we're going to expand into China. We were supposed to do a tour there a while back, but they ended up putting it on hold. Because, you know, part of the problem with China, they prepped us beforehand and said, you know, if you go into China, we have to be, if we did a tour in China, you have to be exceedingly cautious about what you say. Or they were saying in interviews, be very careful, don't criticize the government or anything like that. Because the problem with China is, I think part of the reason they canceled our tour was because they, I guess there was some band that went there a week before, and right before they were supposed to play, the government just came in and said, nope, you guys can't play. So we
all right.
Yeah, what are you going to do? You know?
The Stones had to change a couple lyrics too.
Yeah.
Like they had to change a couple of their lyrics for their songs because the Chinese government found it to be offensive. Like I think it's let's spend the night together. It was let's spend some time together.
Yeah,
There's a couple of things that they're really weird there.
Had to do that on Ed Sullivan.
Yeah, they did that on Ed
Then there was another change they had to make for China. Maybe I'm mixing up the changes, but they had to do it in China too.
But
You
that's
should tell them it's my way or nothing.
Or the highway.
Yeah, absolutely.
well, not when you've got a billion potential customers that want to buy pay-per-views and merchandise and whatever else.
And don't make fun when they call it wrestling. Horrible.
Well, you know, the cool thing about it is even
MVP's not laughing at that, Vince. Don't worry. Don't worry, Vince, if you're listening today.
I'm not. The thing that's so cool about it is if you can watch it with the volume off, and you get it. This is a good guy. This is a bad guy. This is a guy you know.
Yeah, that's
so.
true.
I mean, it's just the good old fashioned story of good versus evil, and usually the good guys win in the end. At least in our version.
That's a billion potential customers. You're right. That's the way they look at it. How about you guys? Mixed martial arts is huge now. We love the UFC and stuff like that. And Dana's kind of done the same thing Vince has done. I don't know if it's to the same size yet.
No, not.
But
you know what I'm saying? It's
close.
like it's the same thing. Taking this local thing and making it international. Are they in China yet? MMA or no?
I don't believe. Well, now, didn't they kind of like invent it?
Kind of came from China.
It's what they do during weddings and birthday parties.
Martial arts, of course.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Jesus, of course.
That's a good point. Has martial arts made it to China yet? Good question, Kim. I'm very in touch with what's happening.
That's great.
Yes. Hey, have small dicks made it to Japan yet? All right. Thanks, Dan.
Unbelievable.
All right, well, the special is, it really is great, man. It's WWE Tribute to the Troops. MVP went over there, and it's this Saturday. It's 9 o'clock. It's on NBC, which is
NBC, in a nutshell, we went and visited the bases, and on the third day, we did a show in front of about, I think, 7,000 troops.
Nice.
And they tape the matches, and they put it together and turn it into a special. They'll take footage from, our time on the bases, interacting with the troops and whatnot, and turn it into a pretty cool special. And I got to tell you, on a personal note, if you don't have relatives, if you don't have family, or if you don't have a personal connection, then when you watch it on TV, these are just nameless faces that are, a million miles away. But after having an opportunity to go there and meet some of the guys and then hear some of their personal stories there about their families, or you meet a kid that's 25 years old and he's a captain, he's responsible for thousands of people. You're 25, you can't even shave yet, barely, It really changes your perspective, and it was a humbling experience, man. It was all the way around. You just, you take things for granted. But when you're over there and, you're hearing about, this guy was in the National Guard and he just, used to work at the drugstore and, now he's in Iraq with an M4 and he's, literally fighting for his life. It really changes things. And the Tribute to the Troops special is our most patriotic show of the year. And, the WWE, all our live events anywhere around the world, we give free tickets to active service, active military people. So just to let your listeners know, if you're in the service and there's your active duty and there's a WWE show in your area, show up, show your ID, and we'll take care of you.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Well,
excellent, man.
Right on. MVP from the WWE. We got to take a break here.
When does that air?
Saturday.
December
19th.
9
NBC.
p.m.
Very cool.
It's this Saturday. Thanks a lot, man. And thanks for going over there. It's, again, the troops always appreciate it, but,
man. It was a privilege.
Yeah.
it's just nice to see guys still going over there and not fucking forgetting that they're still over there fighting.
Absolutely.
It sucks.
All right, let's take a break. Thank you, MVP.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's always a good time.
Greatly
guys.
appreciate it.
Saturday, 9 o'clock.
Hit it. All right, let's do this. So, we got another Scott and Todd clip. Want to give this another shot?
Yes.
I do. All right. Well,
I didn't like the earlier shot we gave because it was kind of an interesting story. They didn't make it any more interesting. They didn't elaborate on stuff. It was just like a boring news report of a story. But I kind of, found the story a little compelling.
And this comes from the fact that Citadel Broadcasting, a big radio company that I think they filed for bankruptcy the last day or two, named Scott Shannon vice president of programming for their radio company. And they wonder why they had to file for bankruptcy. It's a dumb move.
That's great. It is. It's like being named captain of the Titanic after the iceberg.
Well,
exactly.
Yeah, but
so it wasn't meant as a joke, more as a metaphor that people can understand.
One would hope.
Scott Shannon was a very creative programmer many, many years ago, but he hasn't been creative in well over a decade.
Yes, it's been a while.
And his own fucking show is really lame here in New York City. It's extremely lame. So why would you take that and go, you know what? We need more lameness.
We need this.
We want to spread your lameness across America to all our property.
Well, I guess so. Also, they're thinking we can only go up. We're bankrupt.
Just dumb. Radio in general, dumb.
I disagree, Hope. I think they're doing a terrific job.
Well, here's another clip to prove. This is from Scott and Todd this morning. This is what they're doing with their show.
There was a fella by the name of Stanley Dudek in Massachusetts. Stanley Dudek returned his overdue library book 99 years, 7 months, and 12 days after it was checked out.
Did he check it out?
No, his deceased mother did.
Oh.
Oh boy.
He was sifting through her possessions. Found the book, Facts I Ought to Know About the Government of My Country. It was due back May the 2nd, 1910.
Oh boy.
They were happy to have it
What's the
back.
fine on that?
I don't know. We got to send a book crook over
Is
there.
it Amnesty Month?
I think so.
Probably.
10 cents a day for 100 years.
I'm a little bit late. 99 years ago, my mother checked this thing out.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's much better. All right, now I have a full appreciation of the suckdom that is that show.
So I would assume he would suggest to the rest of the radio stations that they read wacky news stories.
Yes.
Right.
And why and maybe he could have mentioned what other books were available at the time.
Well, if you got some creativity,
Sure.
you certainly could
Yeah.
at least take that and run with it and make it into something.
Yes. The health benefits of smoking. Why the Negro must not be allowed to purchase marmalade. It's a great book.
Shit. Yeah, that's pretty, that was the clip I was looking for.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's your example. Let's get your Tiger Woods update out of the way.
Tiger.
This is going to take a while. And we got some kind of snowboard to give away? What is that?
Well, it's a thing you...
What is it, Jimmy?
It looks to me, like a giant Emery board. I was filing my nails with it.
No.
Oh.
It's a big snowboard.
Very cool snowboard.
Yes.
It says I heart something on it. I heart, there's a space to write something in.
Yeah, it's a love board.
Oh, I see.
It's got like a babe on it. It says love on it.
Yeah, so we give it away. I'm not sure to who, but I mean, we do give it away. I'm not sure for the snowboarders. It's a cool gift, though.
Yeah.
A couple of couple beautiful girls.
Beautiful girls.
There's two
brunette.
broads.
Yeah,
there's a brunette and a blonde, depending which way you're going down the mountain.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What the push of it is. Like what exactly, what company is it? I mean, I want to make sure we give it away right. I mean, it's really a cool thing though. If you're a snowboarder, I don't snowboard in particular, but I mean, this one is actually.
Well, maybe there's some more info on the board. If
Yep,
you
hold on.
can
Yeah, maybe the other
get it off
side.
the ground.
It says here, when you turn it up, get lifted, 2009, 2010. Buy this snowboard and get a free lift ticket.
Oh.
I don't know if that means anything because we're giving it away.
That's cool,
All right.
though.
So what exactly is this snowboard we're giving away, and what do people have to do to get it? Dan, do we know
It's
any
a
details?
Burton Love board, Jimmy.
Burton Love board.
Burton Love board.
These are good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Burton's the best ones? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man.
This is brand new snowboard. How much do these things cost?
I would say
Wow, what's
about 550.
Wow.
Are they really?
550 I'm going with.
Wow, all right. So what do they have to do to win it? Because obviously a lot of people are going to call up and want it. Do we have a contest or something? What should they do to have to get that great gift?
You guys could do whatever you want. You could take a caller or
Just so we want to enjoy the laugh, Dan. Hold on a minute.
How about this?
Hold on a minute. Yes, Jimmy.
See here.
Yeah.
He's got these little markings on here. Is this where you would put there's grooved markings, like these little
That's
slits?
that's where you would have to put your,
Skates?
not skates. You know,
I don't know
Your
what you-
bindings.
What are bindings?
You put your bindings there,
yeah, so
and
then you
can
can step in onto the board.
But
Yeah,
dude, you
and be
fucking
attached to it.
But what if won't this hurt your legs?
Huh?
These are supposed to be very fun.
Yeah.
What are you
put
talking
your
about?
bindings in there.
a boogie board. You're riding a boogie board.
it's not a
Hey,
boogie
you're gonna ride
board.
the boogie board.
It's a snowboard, not a boogie board.
Your snowboard, you ride.
Yeah.
Never snowboarded?
No, I'm just doing what Scott Shannon would say.
Never
I understand the
snowboarded.
impression.
I laid on a rock once. I made it my trip.
Jimmy, it's the Burton Love board.
Yeah.
And gift card giveaway. That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I'm not a good snowboarder, but this is fucking cool. This actually looks like it'll be fun.
Yeah, doesn't it?
What do they get? The gift card? They get a free lift ticket, right?
Well, with that, I guess.
Okay. Well, what do we have to do? How do we give this away? This is nice.
I don't know. How do you want to give it away? We ought to have some kind of thematic thing.
Yeah, like what? I'm watching people do it now. How do we give this one away?
Oh, see, that's somebody snowboarding, Jimmy.
Yeah. Very cool.
Look at that.
This is actually really nice, man. These girls on here are sexy.
Yeah, they sure are.
What should we do?
Well,
God damn. Do people spin in the air like this?
Yeah, fat
this
air.
This makes me want to fucking try it. What should we do, though, like, to give this away?
What's wrong with him?
Love it. Two beautiful faces.
How about we just do this? Because we got a lot of show to do today. 10th caller gets it. Why not? Be caller number 10 right now to win a love board and gift card from Burton Snowboards.
Can't we do something fun with it, though?
Check out the latest gear and find your local dealers at Burton.com. Believe in snowboarding. The prize is valued at just under $550.
Wow, okay.
Must be at least 18 years old and a listener or subscriber to enter. Not open to residents of Alaska, Hawaii, or Canada.
Well, Hawaii, I guess, yeah.
Lava board. You mean?
Yeah, what are you going to do in Hawaii? There is no snow.
But Alaska and Canada, that's where you get the most snow.
You can just snowboard to work.
Why say
with
no
that
to those
thing?
people?
I know, the Alaskans, what are you going to do, snowboard all over Juneau or something?
What, they don't want to pay for the postage to send it over there?
I guess so.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
I was thinking we should probably have, well, you already said how we're giving it away.
yeah, but we got more to give away.
We
So the
should
next one will get a
probably
little better with this.
give it away to whoever calls from the coldest place at that moment in the United States.
Yeah, I agree. That stinks. They could just lie.
Yeah.
No, they can't.
They
because
can
they have
lie.
to give. No,
They can
They
lie.
have to give their address
They
to
can
get the
lie.
snowboard,
Yeah.
and we could check the weather.
They
I've
can
got the
lie.
idea. I've got the
I
best
have an
giveaway.
app for that.
Me too.
Yes. What's the best way?
You call up
Right.
Where's
and
the
you give your best snowboarding story, and the one we find to be the most inspirational.
Are you all right?
Yes, I am.
Are you having a nervous breakdown or something?
I'm really not.
Jimmy.
Could you pick up the snowboard?
Sure, I just got some good snowboard jokes. Jeez, what are you gonna do with this?
I like
You
it.
gonna write this down some mashed potatoes?
You'd look very cool with the chicks on that board, though. Like, could you see sliding up? You do that whoosh thing by the lodge, and then everybody looks at you, and you got two like sexy chicks on your snowboard.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
it's actually really cool. I mean, you'd probably look really cool zipping around this. It's a lot different than the other plain ones.
Yeah.
But all right, we got the 10th caller, I guess, and it's a Burton. These are supposed to be. I don't know anything about snowboarding, but
That's a
apparently
good
these
one.
are very
Oh,
good.
it's
And
very
it says very subdued. You can see blonde, brunette all over the board. It says that. Look in her hair, and you'll
I
see it.
prefer not to. That's
It's not that hair, the hair. And she is more than life-size photos of these women, by the way. Their heads are just giant. Jeez.
I've never snowboarded, but
Yeah.
Danny, do you snowboard?
What the fuck is going on?
I've never snowboarded.
Look, Burton.com, thank you.
The phones are
They're
ringing.
lit. Because people like snowboarding.
Yeah.
I know they do.
Let's do the
But
Tiger-
it's not good in Canada or Alaska or Hawaii. But where would you? Go ahead, Chip. What you gonna do? Do Waikiki snowboarding or something?
That's Chip?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chip is a comic?
No, he's just a guy who says some funny stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well.
Girlfriend hates Chip.
Yeah?
Hates.
Is that what you were mentioning earlier about something annoying that your girlfriend...
No, oh no, I was actually, how do you know
Yeah,
your girlfriend?
yeah.
When she's watching a reality show, find the girl that she hates the most and just talk about how hot she is.
Yeah, that'll do it.
What reality show?
She's watching Bad Girls Club and she hates this one girl. I'm like, why?
Bad
She's
Girls
really
Club
pretty.
is actually pretty good.
I know.
She's
That's a
really
pretty good
pretty.
show.
you're
I
saying?
mean, she's beautiful. She's not. She's like a fucking
And
horse.
does she fight with you like, no?
She was so aggravated. She looks like a tranny. No wonder you like her. Oh, she was.
Good shot.
Yeah. Couldn't argue.
Let's do some Tiger Woods action.
As long as we don't poke fun.
Tiger Woods.
Be
So
nice.
here's the bullet points for today.
Oh, duck.
Oh, Jimmy, it's not real bullets.
Listen to me.
Several
Chip. Several.
women say Tiger regularly paid them between $5,000 and $20,000 a month for their silence.
They regularly paid him $20,000. Yeah, that's a lot of money. really is amazing that there's so much money to paying Tiger Woods. Yeah, why don't you just use that money to buy yourself a house?
His teeth are ready to fly out of his head.
I can hire somebody to hold my teeth in my mouth.
Good luck at Citadel. Good luck.
It's a lot of money.
That is a lot of fucking money. And are any of these girls coming forward and yapping?
Yeah, they're absolutely yapping. You can't prove it because it's a wire
transfer. Ooh.
Transfer.
Oh, very clandestine.
But it was just a known fact that he was wiring the money for what we just said.
And what record do you get of that?
I'm sure there's records of wire transfers.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's something that Tiger can deny. It's the money has. It's just oh my god. It's been said a lot. It's just it's amazing.
All from
amazing.
All from turning from seeing that thing on the little ticker, breaking news.
Tiger
Woods in an auto accident.
Right.
And you're like, oh, okay. And then it goes from that to where we are now.
I think we're 20 days in.
Yeah, and he's been on the cover.
And there's new facts coming out still every day. Still.
Yeah.
And this money, I don't think is involved with the new broads that came out. I think this is for old broads.
Old broads.
That aren't talking because they got their paydays, for the most part.
Yeah.
I believe. What do you think the number is for real?
Like totally? Oh.
For the last, just in the time he's been married.
Because
who gives a shit?
Dude,
who
it's
gives a
gotta
shit
be
in general?
It's got to be in the hundreds. At least three digits. It's got to be.
You think he's had sex with 100 girls since he's been married?
Absolutely.
Wow.
These
really?
are high-profile ones that are coming out, talking, yapping, shit like that. There's absolutely more that just aren't saying anything. Maybe took the shut-up money and are shutting up.
Right,
maybe still taking shut-up money.
How many girls that, if they came out, no one would believe them, but they really did have sex with Tiger. Right.
Fucking Denny's waitress. Or...
Right. Wow, you think 100 in the last 5 years?
I would say...
Since he got married?
Yes. I would say, yeah, why not? Why not? Is that crazy? This guy is fucking like a maniac.
Well, we're pushing 20 girls that have come forward.
Absolutely.
And just about all of them saying they had sex with him while he was married.
Yeah.
So that's almost 20 right there.
Got to.
Wow. Okay. Elin will take the kids. This one is just amazing. Elin will take the kids and go to Sweden for Christmas.
Oh, boy.
And Tiger's going to hang out with his guy pals.
Oh, his guy friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to be doing with his guy friends?
Depressed. Where's some Christmas? Give me some Christmas music. Give me a little bit of Christmas tunes, like festive, nice holiday music.
I think you need one that's a little somber.
Yeah?
Because I know what you want to do. A little somber.
No, I'm just thinking of how Tiger would feel, because think about it.
There's going to be festive music
He's
playing.
been married for how many years now?
30.
A long time.
I don't know, 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. He's had that first Christmas with the girl.
Dude, he's got a 10-month-old.
He's had,
That's
he's had baby's first Christmas.
Yeah, that's a special time for family. Baby's first Christmas. And baby's first Christmas will be in Sweden.
We'll be in Sweden without daddy.
Without daddy, that can't be good.
With a wedding ringless mommy.
You think he'll meet her in Sweden?
No, she does not want this motherfucker near her.
I don't know how they're going to work this one out. They said they were trying to work shit out, but it's not.
Yeah, well, they're working shit out.
It's not looking like, the shit is being worked out.
So she's going to be in Sweden with her family and probably getting all kinds of attention. Mm-hmm. And Tiger will just be sitting at home. When are my friends coming over? Got the tree. I got to... My wife left me. My kid. There's Christmas presents to the kids wrapped, not being unwrapped on Christmas morning.
Because they can't just fly all the gifts over to Sweden.
Oh, my God.
She probably doesn't even want to open up any of those.
He'll put this on like this, and he'll just be like, maybe I'll just go to sleep to Christmas music. Remind me of happier times. Oh, it's Christmas morning. Oh, I better get down before the kids get there. Oh, we're going to make hot chocolate. My wife took my children, and I'm spending Christmas alone. Oh, dear God, what did I do?
Play an upbeat Christmas song, just to see.
There we go.
Oh, this is terrible.
How about a fucking Jingle Bell Rock or something?
No, this is perfect.
Fucking Christmas music.
Yeah, Jingle Bells, you fucking cunt.
No, this is a good one. Oh, Christmas time.
I hate this song.
Is this Paul McCartney?
I know, it stinks.
Yes.
Smelling his wife's leg stump.
Oh, this is disgusting.
That's what she wants for Christmas, Lysol for the leg stump.
I hate this song. Don't we have Christmas
If you don't
music?
put on fucking Jingle Bells, I'm going to bite your cock.
What's wrong with that last one?
It's terrible. It's not
What is
traditional.
this? No!
What are you doing?
This isn't the Jingle Bell song we all know.
I want a Christmas song that just is fucking Christmas song.
This is what Bing Crosby's kids would hear in their head as he beat them with a liquor, or fucking with a whiskey flask.
When they were coming to again.
We go laughing all the way. Ho, ho, ho. Get over here, you little fuck.
Yeah, the kids weren't laughing.
No, not this Jingle Bell.
You know what we want?
Give us another Jingle Bell.
Oh, I want a fucking...
What about like I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, just a musical version
something
or something?
fun?
I don't want to get the Andrews Sisters.
Well, let's see what he comes up with.
Reminds me of an Allied victory.
Yeah.
Boy, that singing technique went out.
Didn't it?
That's not around anymore.
What
happened?
See, the problem is I don't know what White Christmas is just an instrumental in here.
Why don't you just play
try
anyone before you're immediately terminated?
Yeah, think on your feet. What do you got?
Jesus.
Oh my God!
This could be the worst.
This is wrong.
Can we go on YouTube and find Jingle Bells?
No, I'd rather work with Travis here.
He's doing a horrible job.
This could be the worst pick ever.
What are you doing? What's this from?
Yeah, what is this?
A manic depressive Christmas? It's fucking horrid.
This is the Drifters.
I don't care.
The Drifters?
Exactly, you fucking old man. Get something younger.
Wonderful.
All right, let's see what he comes up
Like
with.
Leadbelly. You get Leadbelly's Christmas?
I have Crash Test Dummies.
No, we're going
traditional.
We're doing traditional.
We don't want some fucking stupid remake.
All right, pick one that you think would be traditional.
Jingle Bells, you clit face.
Oh, we forgot. Isn't Travis half a Jew or something?
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Oh no, his mom took off with a
By
Jew.
proxy.
Yeah.
She took a fucking... She took a dreidel in every hole. That's what the menorah was. She had one candle in each hole and fucking 5 extra candles. One for each hand, one for each foot.
Holy shit.
And one on her belly. Sorry, man.
Travis, come on, another one.
Come on, Travis.
Another one, please.
Come on.
Not the Drifters. Oh, has potential, Ant. Potential?
I'm dreaming.
This is traditional.
It is, but we asked for Jingle Bells, which is kind of upbeat and fun.
Half of you were asking for Jingle Bells, the other half one.
There's 3 of us. How did half do anything? 1.5 of us?
Who is this?
This is just labeled Holiday Inn. So.
Holiday Inn?
Yeah.
Then it's from the movie Holiday Inn.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I think it's Bing Crosby. Bing again.
Okay.
It is Bing, right?
You want Jingle Bells or you want Jingle Bell Rock?
Hold on, Ant's doing something.
I'm sorry.
He was quite the curmudgeon.
You want to talk
boy.
about a guy that was very different than the image on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
No
No one's
talking about
good
Tiger. Fuck that. Bing was a bad boy.
Sure was. Have a belt of booze.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking get your kid's blood all over the reindeer on your sweater.
His kids hate it.
Yeah, the white snowflakes on his sweater had speckles of sun blood on them from a good bash to the chops.
And remember, everybody, smoke Lucky Strike cigarettes. Let's all have a Negro-less Christmas. Wonderful.
that Judy
Snowmen are
Garland?
white. Is it? What?
Trees.
Nose.
And children listen.
Children.
Now listen
Don't
to me,
sing about
or I'll
children.
punch you in the face. Yeah. Repeat what I said. Blah, you missed the note, cunt. Oh, he's whistling. He's Steve the Whistler. Wait, what did he do?
With every dream
night.
All right. Jesus. We get it. Are we still looking for a song for Tiger or no?
I forgot even where we were going with the whole thing.
Maybe we should play some Sleeves.
Oh, no!
I think it's time for a little Christmas song from Sleeves.
I haven't heard that in so long, and I hate it. Remember that one?
Come on, let's try it again this year.
Remember that one? And
I was on board with the Sleeves.
Was it
Christmas
trying
song.
too hard, I remember?
No, I loved it.
No, everyone was telling me how good this was, and wow, what a great job he did.
I love the Sleeves Christmas song.
And I listened,
Come on.
and I hate it. It was the la 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 la.
No, la 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 la.
No.
Listen,
remember
listen.
this crap?
I was feeling pretty good for la 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 la. Taking my time on the la 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 la. Snow falling down in the la la la.
What does it mean in the la la?
Exactly. It's in Louisiana and L.A.
The la 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 la. Making my way to the la 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 la.
I like it. It's not a bad tune if it wasn't Christmas oriented. In the fa la la la.
It sucks.
It doesn't suck.
Yeah, the rules.
I like to drink a little beer
Do you?
at the end of the day.
That's fine.
Rolling in the town.
It makes no sense.
He likes to
In the
drink.
la 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 la. No, the la la part.
He's painting a picture of the season.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Taking my time with the fa la la la.
No, not with the or for the. Listen. It stinks.
All the children in the light, singing holy, holy.
Holy shit, this sucks. Now listen. La 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 la. Where's the la 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 la? Where is it?
Yeah.
If he's feeling
I
good,
was feeling pretty good for la la la
for la 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 la.
Taking my time on the la la.
Taking his time on the la la la. What is the la 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 la?
He's fucking sitting back and enjoying the moment is what he's doing.
No, he's not.
No,
Yes.
he's not. He's a pederast. He's been drinking and he's watching the kids sing Holy Night as he fucking drills holes into their slacks.
He's slowing down the pace, man.
He's got no fucking words.
Slowing down the
so
pace.
He threw in la la
Yeah.
la la.
And
Don't
just
even
enjoying
think.
Exactly. the season.
He's got no
bum.
words. Yeah, he's stuck. He's got no words, so he put in la 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 la.
Yeah.
Sitting on the pier.
Look across the bay.
Look across the bay.
Yeah.
He's just mellowing out.
Thinking of Otis Redding.
Yeah.
And how he went down in the plane.
La 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 la.
Floating from the sky.
Buddy Holly and a la 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 la. Big Papa was in there. Also la 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 la.
Leonard Skinner and la 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 la.
I stuck my dick in a la 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 la. Got a case of AIDS. La 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 la.
Children in the light, singing holy, holy night.
That sucks.
That rules. Sleeves.
God damn. I'm
like
sorry.
it. I really
I'm
like it.
sorry. No.
Why? Too much
No.
emotion going on?
No, it has nothing to do with emotion. I was feeling pretty good in the la 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 la.
Yeah.
What's a la 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 la?
The
If he
Christmas-
came up with a hot
the
place,
Christmas
I was feeling
season.
pretty good sitting in my house, and then he's got to rhyme something. I was just feeling pretty good sitting in my house. I went outside. La la la. He can't think of a rhyme, so he fucking la 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 la's out of it.
I wouldn't mind if
It's like
he-
the la,
stupid
la,
chili-
la,
It's
la.
like when the stupid Chili Peppers and Anthony Kiedis just started fucking blabbering at the end of a song because he couldn't think of more words.
That would be a good song if he wasn't saying if he was saying fa la la la. If he was just using that,
It's a
I
great
would.
song.
It's not a great song.
It's
if he
a
was
great
just
song.
going fa la 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 la, I wouldn't mind that. But he's going. I had to buy some shoes in the la la la.
in
There's
the la
no.
la shoe store.
You show me where the la 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 is on a map.
Yeah. What's a la 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 la? Why is it not? It's got to mean something.
It's the season in general.
No.
No, he should just be saying fa la 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 la. Redo that.
Then he was in the la 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 la.
I like it.
What's that
think
mean?
It's
I like
so
I like
bad.
it. I like it.
It's so utterly
It really
bad.
isn't that bad.
I can't listen to it without getting douche chill cringes
It's
and
not
goosebumps
bad,
when I can't. Oh,
I don't hate the song. I just don't like when he goes in the la 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 la.
Yeah,
Or on the la la. No.
Yes.
Not in the or on the. La 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 is not a thing.
I don't like it. It's just creepy too. It's a creepy fucking song. It doesn't. It's
good. Yeah, feeling pretty good. La la la. la. I get on up here, looking at the water. La 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 la. Threw in the body of the hooker and the la 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 la.
It's creepy.
It's not creepy.
Oh,
it paints a
fuck.
nice picture.
Sleeves.
It paints a nice picture.
Stop it.
You
with
don't,
him.
like, you don't like sleeves?
Sleeves sucks.
He doesn't
Such a big
suck.
fat dick.
What did he ever do to you?
Hate his music. He's fucking
La, la,
affected
la,
me with
la,
his music.
la,
That's
la.
he assaulted me with his music.
Hey, how is that an assault?
Because now it's stuck in my head and I hate it so
So that
much
means it's a
that
good
I'm
song.
annoyed.
Why
He
don't
annoyed me.
Put your own
No.
fun words to it. You know,
Yeah.
neighborhood with Jews, la 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 la. Assault them with my giant Christmas decorations, la la.
All right, look, we got a lot of people here.
I
Q.
was hanging up symbols of a la 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 la.
Exactly.
I hate seeing in the neighborhood walking around some la 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 la's.
Poor Ellen. That's what you get for marrying a la 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 la.
I looked out my window, called the cops on the la 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 la's. Shouldn't it be in my neighborhood? There's no la 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 la's.
She's a la la lover.
Let me.
Velcro on the ceiling when you la 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 la.
Stick it through the window and a la 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 la. An empty boat and a la 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 la.
Guy driving's the sheriff is a la la la
Will
la.
the defendant please la 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 la.
Guy with the keys is the warden in the la 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 la.
Night la 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 la.
8 if you slice them thin enough for a la 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 la.
Keep your knuckles from scraping on the la 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 la.
Jesus.
To keep the pigeons from shitting on the lips la la
La
la.
la la. To teach the children how to walk with a la 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 la.
So God put his heel when he la 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 la.
Hey, Coke Logic animated that song. Let's see how it's interpreted. Q in New Orleans, what's up?
Man, I tell you, Anna's just on the road for the past couple of days, man. He just
Takes an old lady's hat off with his la 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 la.
you even like Christmas. That's what you get for living amongst the Jews for so long. You just out of touch with the Christmas spirit now.
What? Are you kidding? My house is festive.
That song paints the Christmas spirit.
No, it doesn't.
It sure
it's
does.
depressing.
It slows you
I'm
down.
Look, I'm on board with Oak with this one, man. That is just awesome.
I picture
full.
I picture a lot of snow. I picture like clouds. I picture Christmas lights.
I don't like
I picture people slowing down.
It should say fa la la.
And getting along with each other a little more than usual.
If it just said fa la 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 la, I would like
I
it.
mean, you know, it's a play on words. You know, it's a play on words. It's a play. You know,
Play on
kinda
words?
Improvise. Put your own thought in right there.
Oh, thought I don't want to have to work. Write a song.
Exactly.
You got to slow
I
down.
don't write half a song and tell people to finish it.
You got to.
And if I can say, from a hip hop's perspective, man, that shit is awesome, son.
It's off the hook.
It is off the hook, yo.
You got a nice little track in the background, just, you know, ride through the hood. Just go
Look, I didn't mind Mighty Horse.
I don't know what Mighty Horse is.
I like Mighty Horse and I like his pendulum cover. This Christmas song is an abomination.
Can we hear the Mighty Horse one? I don't know that one.
Can you get Steve to remake that?
Yes.
All right, Q, thank you.
Yes.
Q, we're
I
losing the
take
battle,
Mondays
but thank
off
you.
and a la 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 la.
I like men with huge la 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 la's.
That's right. I drill a hole in the wall and I la 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 la.
All right, a
My
guy.
hair slicked back from some la 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 la.
I got an asshole that's leaking some la 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 la. Drips into my socks and a la 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 la.
And everything means come when I say la 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 la.
I burp and I get some la la on my la la.
See what you're doing? There you go.
No.
So you know what the la la means.
No, it
Let's
sucks.
go to John in Wilmington. John,
And that's how you executive la la.
John, go ahead.
All right, we get it. Morning, my boys.
Hey.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. It's supposed to it's just like, from what I remember hearing it when it was on Ron Fez,
Yeah.
it was just a song that
It was supposed to be a non-denominational kind of...
Really, man? Doesn't mean anything, man. It's just like, yeah, your own feeling, man. Shut it.
Yes, that's
Fuck you. God damn. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. I know what it's doing.
But the guy is right.
Oh, he is not. You fucking hippie. Shut up.
You just...
Oh, groovy, man.
You just don't want to think too deeply.
No.
Let's go to
I
Dave
think
in
deeply
Jersey.
all the time.
Dave, and it bothers you, so you don't want to go deep.
I think Ant just hates it.
I hate it.
Dave in Jersey.
It's
Dave.
terrible.
It really isn't terrible. That's what I don't understand, because it really isn't terrible.
No, you don't understand. It brings
Name
out a
five
feeling.
Name 5 Christmas songs that are worse.
I can't. I swear to you.
You're saying this is the worst Christmas song
The
ever made.
worst one I've ever personally heard.
Come on.
That's not Christmas.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Dave.
Nah, I'm just saying I'm on board with Opie. This song just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, when you
On
listen
board.
to it, it just
I
makes
wish.
you feel good. And I can't explain, but I just give it
Heading
a
east.
I had to think of a globe real quick. Yep.
Right. Oh, stop it.
La, 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 la.
I was feeling pretty good. La, la, la. And I don't like his voice in that and everything.
I
He's got a
kind of
good
like his
for
voice.
Mighty
It's
Horse.
different.
Mighty Horse rocks. He's got a good voice for that.
Right.
Christmas songs, you don't do it. That's like fucking having somebody like that does death metal doing a Christmas song. I'm sorry. And I know there are some. It doesn't work.
For the la, la, la,
What is the Mighty Horse song?
Mighty Horse rocks.
Here's Mighty Horse by Slaves.
Mighty Horse.
Graffiti artist and consultant to designer Mark Echo. Oh, he was
like
arrested for
Fez.
spray painting subway cars in Brooklyn.
Does.
You know, I'm a fan of the graffiti because I was an old school graffiti artist myself.
Graffiti.
My specialty was the peace sign, just the word the who, the backwards swastika. I'd draw the road runner, just the word the who.
Right.
Repent 13.
The hell?
The word the who. Yeah, those type of things.
The guerrilla movement, that's the way it goes. And it's the art of getting up, getting known, and then you take that vehicle and you go all the places once they know you.
The higher you can tag something, the more respect you're going to get. The more outlandish you tag, the more respect you're going to get in the community.
I know a person, everywhere they go, they tag Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass. Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass.
When Mighty Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When Mighty Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
Everybody else can live by the rules, except for the graffiti artists. When you see the Mighty Horse rocks, you don't spell rocks, R-O-X.
When Mighty Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
What about my tag, Monkey House? Only I pronounce it like this, Monkey House.
When Monkey House rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When Monkey House rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
Monkey House, because that's the name I tag with. Monkey House of D-Sippers.
When Monkey House rocks, he rocks the D-Sippers. When Monkey House rocks, he rocks the D-Sippers.
I like this.
See, his voice fits something like
Mighty
this.
Horse rocks the fat ass.
I could do without this part.
Mighty Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
Fat
Mighty
ass.
Horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
Mighty Horse rocks the fat ass. All right, then here's what I want you to do. I want you to get a plane and tag the sky.
Shot a Bougray.
There you go, man.
See,
That's enjoyable.
But his voice is good for that. That Christmas song is fucking depressing.
I would like the Christmas song if he just changed some of the lyrics. I don't dislike the Christmas song. I just don't like that he says in the la la.
Holy, holy. No, I don't like any of it.
That's my favorite part.
No,
Hear it
that's
again,
his
Dave.
terrible.
Travis, play it again so we can discuss it.
Which one?
Fuck a duck.
The whole song.
Play the video with it too, or the animation at the same time. I want to hear. I want to see the animation. Yeah, hold on,
Great.
No, you know what it is? His voice is not conducive for Christmas music. I'm sorry. Call me a traditionalist. Call me an asshole. Call me an asshole traditionalist. I don't
mind
care.
it.
I don't like it.
Oh, you like the Christmas song?
I tell you why I would like it if it wasn't for that one lyric part that bugs me. I don't dislike his voice in it. And I like the tone of it.
In the la 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 la.
See, it's catchy, Ann.
No, it's catchy, all right.
It's
so
catchy.
is H1N1.
It's
I don't want it.
Come on. This is the animation. This is Coke Logic's animation of the Sleeves Christmas song. Oh, you can put Sleeves Christmas song in YouTube.
Right.
Little piano playing.
Maybe visual.
I was feeling pretty good. La 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 la. Taking my time on the la 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 la. Snow falling down in the la 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 la. Everybody singing like la 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 la. Decking all the halls with the la 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 la. Making my way to the la 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 la.
He's going to a happy place. He's forgetting his troubles.
He's in a depressing shack.
Yeah, that it doesn't matter where he lives.
It's terrible.
That's the point.
I like to drink a little beer at the end of the day. Go walking in the town, feel like a million miles away. Now the snow is like a sea, like a sand above the beach. The lights smoking in the trees, the people shouting in the street, and the people in the light. All the children in the light singing holy, holy night. I was feeling pretty good. La la
Jesus.
la la. My time on the la 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 la. Snow falling down in the la 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 la. Everybody singing like la 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 la. Decking all the halls with the la 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 la.
Shut up! I can't take it anymore. God, I enjoyed being told my father was dead more than this. You got the sound of that.
What is wrong with
This is horrible.
It's not horrible.
I like to sit out on the pier.
Terrible.
It's really not.
Stinks. Look across the bay. It's snowing, you dummy.
That's why it's cool.
Go inside. I hate this guy.
But you don't like snow. You don't like Christmas. You don't like.
And I'm spinning through the trees. And I'm shining.
What if they put a swastika in the video? Would you feel better?
No, I'm just annoyed. This is
6 million in the la 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 la.
There you go.
Oh shit!
There you go, man.
I actually like
He doesn't have a worry in the world because
Taking a shower, but
because
it's
it's
la
the
la
Christmas
la
season.
la. Ain't no water, cause it's la 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 la.
If I could have just saved for la 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 la. The hands are small, clean out the munitions, la la.
Jesus, dude.
I'm essential to the la 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 la.
I got one arm, I can't shovel, la 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 la.
See, you get it. You're
Singing pardon, pardon you.
Left a ring around the tub and la 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 la. A shot in the back and la 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 la. I wouldn't let them capture you for la 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 la. I shoot you in the head.
Shit.
You get it.
No,
because you're using his concept.
No,
to do
I'm
other
using
things
it
with
as
it.
you don't understand. It brings a physical reaction.
Yeah.
I have a physical.
That's why we need Lydia on the phone. Why?
Hatred.
Why?
To this song.
See, I understand not liking something, but the hatred part. That's why we need Lydia today.
No,
to delve into this a little bit.
All right, I'll tell you one other song I could think of in my entire fucking life that
got
annoyed
this
me.
reaction?
That
Okay.
annoyed me this much just to
Wait, let
hear
me
it.
guess. Christmas song?
No.
Rock song?
No. More of a
novelty song.
Novelty song.
Okay,
but
novelty
it's
song. Old.
Not how you doing. Meet the Mets.
No, he's going old.
No.
I would go with the
Jaws
the
song.
Dickie.
No, the Jaws song is bad, but it doesn't. The Jaws song is so bad and nostalgic enough where it's like,
Wait, I wanna guess the
that's
novelty
terrible,
song.
but it's like that gives an emotion to me of pure hatred. It brings out hatred.
I understand not liking it. I get that.
It's beyond,
and that's fine
beyond not liking
because it's
it.
music taste. That's fine. Everyone has different taste, but to have this reaction of hate, I don't get
When
it.
he goes,
Feeling pretty good.
like it's fun.
Feeling pretty good. In the la la la.
You don't like that?
No, I hate
all
it.
right.
What's the other song you don't like?
Oh my God!
Wait, I want to kind of guess though. Novelty from the 70s, obviously.
No, it goes back further.
Wow, from the 60s.
I was a little kid and used to fucking cry when this came on.
What subject? Christmas?
No. No?
60s.
I will never
song.
guess it. It could be anything.
Hold on, let's give it like one more minute
To
before
Sir with
we
Love?
bail.
No, it wasn't Too
Oh, wait.
Sir with
Was
Love.
it,
Yes, that was it. I hated that one.
La la. Jimmy's ass opens and a la 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 la.
It smells like he rocks, bro. La 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 la.
60s novelty song.
Yeah.
I thought the novelty songs.
No, it wasn't Yellow Polka Dot Bikini.
Give me-
wasn't The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
All right, give me a topic. Subject of the song.
I'll tell you something. There was something personal in it that included me.
Ooh.
Anthony.
Yes.
Child of an alcoholic, la 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 la.
Spaghetti on the wall, la 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 la.
Mom's yelling at the la 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 la. He's calling her a fucking la 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 la. Was molested, but he can't remember la la. Try to make a puppet and a la 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 la. They called a little faggot and a la 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 la. Was a sensitive kid and a la 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 la. Cried all the time and it's la 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 la. A Mexican fucked his mouth in the bushes, la la. Fucked a big fatty on a horse, la la la. Made believe he's sleeping in the tree fort because his friend wanted a la 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 la. He shoehorned lyrics into la la la. A jeep, 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 and a la 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 la. Can I suck your cock? A jeep, 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 jeep. He eventually turned around and a la 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 la. Richard died of AIDS and a la 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 la. Christy McNichol has a mullet, la la.
It's not Alice's Restaurant.
Nope.
Okay. Is it They've Come to Take Me Away? Ha ha.
No. Why would that? The clue
All right,
I gave away. I gave away a good
Anthony,
clue.
I know.
Now Anthony is.
I know what it is.
No, you
Do you?
don't.
The name game.
Oh, you did know it. Motherfucker.
It's not Anthony. It's Tony.
Tony,
in
Tony,
that.
by Boney, banana fana.
I still don't like it.
Thank you, Debbie. Let's, can
It's-
we play
oh,
that?
really?
No. There's a lot of songs you don't like. There's only two songs you fucking get
Two
a reaction
songs
of hate.
hatred comes out when I hear it. When I hear it,
And it took 40 years to get your second one, and it's poor sleeves.
Yes.
He's just trying to make a
it's
living.
sleeves. I don't. Oh no.
Turn this up.
This used to-
This is groovy,
And they
man.
would turn it up. They would turn it up and make me cry. They would turn it up. Because the Tony part would trigger. Yes, he was a full thinking.
Come on, everybody. I say, now let's play a game. I bet you I could make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there.
This sucks.
It really because they would turn me up and they would turn it up and taunt me.
When's the Tony part?
Oh, it comes up.
Hitler, Bo Bittler.
Fiddler. Just gotta explain how it's done. All right, we get it. Stop it. Oh no, here we go. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Arnold. All right.
But if the first two letters
And they can never do fuck.
drop them, then say the name like Bob. Bob doesn't
Where the fuck are you, Bob? We're having problems, you asshole. Pick up the phone, you incompetent, soon-to-be fired motherfucker. Get your head out of the sand, you idiot. Read the fucking contract so we know what's going on, Bob.
No.
Then banana foul. Then you say the name again with an F very plain.
See, they used my kind of my name to explain it, and it hurt me.
And there isn't any name.
Why would it hurt?
Here it goes.
Everybody do Tony.
No.
Tony, Boboni, banana, Boboni, beat, fine, Momoni.
I hate it.
Tony.
I hate it.
Let's do Billy.
Billy Bo Billy, red hair and a fucked up childhood. Dad, Billy.
Let's do Bob.
Bob the slob.
I hate this.
Marsha.
Oh, Marsha.
A little trick with Nick. Nick.
Oh, Bick hates anything that's not white. We really miss Nick.
to do a Bob Kelly, though. All right.
Lee sure was a folk thinking.
Yeah, people saying Sleeves sounds like Tom Waits. How can you make fun of his fucking voice,
Tom
Anthony?
Waits.
I don't like Tom Waits.
No,
You don't like
you don't like the fact that the Christmas song is like non-denominational and
yeah, groovy. We get it. Love all around.
yeah, it's like
Shut it.
Let's go to Ken in Montreal.
No.
Montreal.
The Nazi Goebbels, Goebbels, Boburbles, bananas.
Trying to furbles. Richard Gere likes gerbils.
Himmler, Bobimler, banana.
Oh, who else was there? Ava Bobeva danced in the bunker.
boring.
Oh, you're Gurns.
Oh, boring. Wait a minute. Yes.
All right, Ken, what do you got?
Sorry, I didn't want to step on the magic there.
Exactly. You wouldn't need a big foot to do it.
What an asshole. Thanks.
You could step on that magic with a gnat toe. All right, go ahead, Boo.
Oh, my God.
You already brought it up, but Tom Waits has the same exact vocal quality as Sleeve. Like, it's the same feel to it.
That's terrible.
Tom Waits is a legend.
Patrice, Bobis, banana eating Patrice.
Wow.
That is, it's always got to come back to that, these fucking people.
Matt in Ohio. Matt.
Hey, guys. Just want to let you know, I kind of like that tune. It seems to me like it's an apathetic view of Christmas that La 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 could be replaced with...
That's true.
Wait, well, let him explain.
Yeah, let him explain it.
Come on. Matt, what?
This fucking
It just seems to me that the Fa La 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 could just be another way to say, whatever.
Oh, really? I was feeling pretty good in the fa la la la. What is that? What is that? What could that mean? Go ahead, tell me.
Well, it's like I'm feeling pretty good. Ugh,
Where? Where? Go ahead. Use your mind, man. Tell me what it means.
All right, look, this guy's life in general sucks, but because of the holiday, he's able to forget all his problems and just enjoy the
so why is it
season.
a funeral dirge sounding song? How about fucking up-tempo number coming out of a goddamn Christmas song?
Yeah, I gotta have a dead dog for la la la.
Where are those fa la la las I was supposed to
The guys get for la la las. Don't make a fucking for la 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 out of me. I can't stop saying it.
Dude. And he's just slowing down because he knows his problems are going to come back as soon as the Christmas season's
Good for
over.
him.
Before the Christmas season, he gets to forget for a little while. That's all that's it's about.
You guys are getting way too deep
That's
into this.
all it's about.
Sleeves not a deep guy. Sorry, stop it.
And and Coke Logic understood because he lives in a shitty little fucking shack.
Exactly. Never leaves the house and a la 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 la.
All right, I like that part. I don't know. Even Coke Logic, I've seen much better stuff out of him.
Oh, now you're going after Coke Logic?
Just one shot of the guy's fucking face.
He's a loner.
I actually like that.
What?
The subject in the song is a loner and has a shitty life, but but Christmas isn't going to bring him down.
Where does it say
Christmas is going to bring him up.
Washington, D.C. gonna burn in hell.
Should we listen to it again?
No!
You want to hear it again?
I would say so, because
now that I explained the
That's
song.
true, you did.
Now it's going to make a lot more sense.
No.
He's just
when he's sitting on that dock, he should fucking put a chain around his leg with a rock on it.
I was feeling pretty good. La 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 la. Taking my time on the la la la.
Taking his time on the la 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 la. What's that mean? Come on, use your minds, man.
He's taking his time.
On what?
He wants to just slow down and enjoy the fact that he has no worries in the world.
No.
His home is in foreclosure, but it's it's Christmas.
I didn't hear that.
Me neither.
I didn't hear that part. You could afford some beers.
Yeah, true. Having a Bud Light.
Everyone can afford beers, Andrew. You know that.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
walking in the town,
Walks into town.
like a million miles away.
Like a million miles. What does that mean?
A million miles away from his problems.
Stop.
No.
I'm telling you.
Lights walking in the trees.
Oh, wait. This
Guy's
guy's...
fucking in the trees? What?
Jerome in Florida is going to explain. By the way, this is the exact same break we did last year.
Exactly. We do this annually.
All right, turn this down for a second.
We
Jerome
have
in
about
Florida.
250 breaks. We just repeat one every day.
Jerome.
Happy birthday, Jimmy. I believe that it holiday season. La 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 la.
Yeah, that's the obvious part.
I don't get it.
In place of all that, it represents that.
Shut up. This
come
no. I'm not buying it.
Why the hatred?
It's a depressing.
Okay,
Listen to
why
it.
the hatred?
Crazy. Then.
It's
sweet.
it's
What the fuck you want?
Yeah, Sleeves is a talent. My God, he's an
Stop
American
it.
treasure.
No,
Anthony.
he's not.
Yes, he is.
I like to molest little la 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 la.
Oh, Uncle Lala.
Gina loves the song. Let's see what Gina knows.
Gina!
Gina.
Yes.
Hey. People want to know if you were an overweight kid, Anthony.
No, no.
Sorry, that's pretty
A little
funny.
skinny guy.
The la la la
Not
lard.
you, Gina. Jesus.
And I think it's the same thing everybody else says, that the holidays suck for me, and I love hearing that song.
Why? Because the holidays suck for you? What sucks about it?
Yeah.
What sucks about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm by myself, my boyfriend left me, and my job sucks. So I like the song and listening to you guys. That's it.
All right.
Why'd he leave you?
See, it proves it. She's
don't-
she's fucking in a down ass mood. She don't want to hear happy shit, so she's listening to this fucking.
But Sleeves is also simplifying Christmas in general. It's not.
Oh,
it's
stop
not
it.
about buying and.
Where did you find that?
I just visualize.
You are finding all kinds of hidden treasures in that song, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
No, there's nothing
He's not
in there.
talking about the commercialization
True.
of Christmas.
That's a lazy
He's bringing
fucking
it back to the
song.
basics. It's snow. It's Christmas
Lazy.
lights. It's Christmas trees.
He didn't write
it's
words.
reflecting. It's forgetting about all the other shit going on in the world.
Do you know that whole song was just la 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 la,
Yeah.
and he wrote a few words, couldn't rhyme them, and left the la-las where he couldn't fucking write.
Uh-oh, breaking news. Keith has something on Sleeves. Keith.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I just wanted to tell you, Sleeves has another Christmas song, I Christmas Thee. Give it a try. You may find it poignant and haunting.
What's it called?
I Christmas Thee. I don't think I've heard this yet.
I Christmas Thee?
Do we have that, Travis? Wait. Start
right
over.
now.
Start over.
Right now.
What?
Does this
Start
guy
over.
have a merry fucking bone in his body? Do you hear that?
Do you like Leonard Cohen?
I do.
What?
All right.
Only when he's collapsing on stage.
Leonard Cohen doesn't sing happy songs for the most part.
No,
they're
he
all
probably
very.
doesn't sing Christmas songs with
they're,
that name.
They're kind of dark and.
What?
All right, let's listen to this. I Christmas Thee.
Christmas ain't a holiday, a decorated tree. It ain't about branches or a special on TV.
No.
It's a stand-in for another word. You know this secretly. I won't come out and say the word. That's your discovery. Put it round your glove, wear it on.
Now I'm with you. I don't like this one.
I don't mind this. I don't hate it, but.
I like the la 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 la.
Yeah.
Pirates and sailors and those lost at sea.
What?
Cowboys.
Singing about the Somalis.
Indians, drunkards, the free. Know what I mean, and so I Christmas thee. Doctors and dentists, those lost in a dream. Fishermen, ferrymen crossing the stream. Know what I mean, and so I Christmas thee. Know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. What is I Christmas thee?
You don't like that?
This word is secret, ain't
You got another 2 minutes.
Holy shit.
trick.
Yeah, of course, if he fucking bumped it up a couple of... Play it in fast. Can you play it fast?
I'm
Play it in fast motion.
There's nothing new beneath the sun. We've known that for a while.
Play it even faster.
Film is done. Lights are
No, that's as fast as it goes. It's not really fast, though. It's kind of just up-pitched.
Yeah. I'm with you on this
I
one.
want to hear it as the fucking Chipmunks. Now, that would be good.
robbers and brigands of skullduggery.
Oh, okay.
Criminals, vandals of darkness.
Alvin!
Know what I mean.
Alvin!
Just John
I like it now.
Sarah, Mikey,
Hey.
Mojo and Alice, Hot Top and
Right?
Jafter and AJ, Spots and
I might even like the La La La. Play the La 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 song fast.
Whoa, someone's saying the la 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 is crack. Paul in Florida. Paul.
Oh, stop.
Yes, you guys are completely missing the point. It's not even a Christmas song. He takes a lot of time on the fa la la la.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Kill yourself.
All right, this guy's going to let you know what the song's about. James in North Carolina. James.
What's up, folks?
Hey.
If Anthony would have listened to this program on Sunday, it was Sleeve's Christmas story. It was La 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 was about his life.
Gives a shit about his life.
What do you mean? Wait, he actually... Hold on, did Sleeves actually explain the song on this channel?
Yeah, everything in the song it was about his story. The dancing on the La 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 was his skiing on the ice and all that. You just had...
Okay, what's this guy, Mr. Fucking Important?
Can we find the actual explanation from Sleeves?
Sorry, Hemingway, we're not interested.
Why are we trying to interpret it when the artist can interpret it for everybody else and tell us exactly what he was
Is she smiling or frowning, la la?
Watching out.
Thanks. He's screaming on the bridge and la 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 la. The runaway. Right.
I want to hear it in
You wanna
fast
hear it
motion.
fast?
Go ahead. I want to see if I like it any better. Look, see, it's a little more festive. Wait a
I
minute.
was feeling pretty good. La 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 la. Taking my time on the la 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 la.
Theodore! Simon! Alvin!
Taking on a hall with the la 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 la. Making my way to the la 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 la.
See, it sounds a little better.
I like to drink a little beer.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Sounds bright now. Doesn't it sound bright? This is happy. I don't mind it now. No. It's more happy.
I was feeling pretty good. La 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 la. Taking my time on the la 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 la. Snow falling down in the la 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 la. Everybody singing like la 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 la. Decking on the hall with the la 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 la.
I think we made our point.
All right.
I still don't like the words or anything, but
I want-
at least it sounds happier that way.
But maybe after the break we could get Sleeves explaining what the fuck he's singing about.
What?
Why not?
Oh, good.
If
From
he
his
did it
show.
on our channel, we might as well hear it.
Yeah.
I got another Christmas song in front of me right
Which
here.
one?
Yeah?
This is going to be a hit.
Is it, who did it?
This is going to be a hit.
Who did it?
Pant legs?
Dan War.
No, that's pretty good.
Dan Warhead.
What?
Dan Warhead.
Sleeves.
Listen to Dan Warhead's Christmas song. You're going to love this one.
Santa's got his big brown bag. It's not what you may think. It's not for holding presents. It's for hiding some young swing. Off they go with much glee to the men's room stall. Old elf holds his head steady so the lad won't fall. You may think he's taking a break from a day of shopping. You're the fool just like the rest while his pants are dropping. If he sets up feet a scene with that suspicion. That stands in the bag, makes you crinkle past position. That doesn't turn around.
This is going great.
Crinkle, 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 you better run away. Crinkle will stand you in the lad bag, and that thing's getting gay. Sitting in the lad bag while Crinkle's on the toilet. This will avoid perception, so it's hard, don't spoil it. When you're in the bathroom stall, you'll hear a slurping sound. You'll think he's having a nice pop, what a joy that he gets found. Cruising around the park at night, a jingle in his feet. If with any interest, he'll be on his knees. Knack the street hookups is almost uncanny.
Shoehorn and everything.
Chick, but really it's a tranny.
Hi, Daddy.
If the lad tries to turn around, lift his feet, make a funny sound. It's crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. You better run away.
Dan Warhead.
Stand you in the lad bag, and then things get real gay.
Do you like it?
This is terrible.
Do you hate it though?
It's not even like it's not trying to be good. So,
You think it's funny though?
no. The guy's a fucking hack. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
Thankfully, the holiday's done, he's off to the
God, how many fucking verses? Stop.
4 minutes to go.
No, shut up.
Kringle wants up low. He's a pervert.
Just because you're a fan of the show and don't like certain words doesn't mean it's funny to put it in a song. File that big. Thank you. There it goes. Oh, what a waste of a disc.
We're going to go to break. We're going to break.
What do they run, like a penny each?
Just someone's hard work.
Fuck him.
What a waste of a disc. It could have been used for much better things.
It could have been. There it goes, flying across the room.
The
You
guy
know,
works hours on that. Come on.
Yeah, he's a fan. Thank you.
guys. Thank you, Dan
He
Warhead.
gave us a little laugh.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Did you have a little laugh from it at least?
Not a one. Not a piece of one.
It's just a fucking
Terrible.
douchebag, man.
Oh, no, that sleep
just
thing
the
got me all
worst.
fucking agitated.
You didn't get any,
Look, my shoulders are up. Like, I'm actually sitting with my shoulders up. I'm all tense.
La 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 la.
My final statement is simple. I understand if you don't like it, but the hatred is just, I don't get it. To have hatred over someone's song.
I know, but it really brings a physical,
It's just
like,
amazing.
pain to me. Like, it's physical, not
I don't
just
think there's
mental.
a song out there where I would fucking feel hate.
I think it's lovely, Gregory.
You do, Ted?
I certainly do.
You like the la la la?
I certainly do. I have an emporium. La 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 la. I sell extra lyrics in a la la la.
You should have bought some.
I sure should have.
What does the la 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 mean to you, Ted?
I don't know. It means something.
Well, what?
It means I have hats and false teeth. I'm feeling pretty good with my hats and false teeth. Put in your own words, Gregory. That's what I always do.
Yeah. I'm tired of hearing that fucking explanation, by the way. That, no, man, it's like, you just come up with your own, like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I think he's
lazy.
That's just more of a feeling he was going for. Hey, we're going to go to break with a little Guess the Sound. We haven't done Guess the Sound in a while.
Ooh.
We're going to try to figure out what this is after the break.
Kenny's sleeping.
We've all seen Kenny do that.
Oh, fuck.
We'll let you know next.
Sleeves 4th of July song.
Jesus. Leave the guy alone.
Terrible.
Is he bothered that Dan hates him?
Oh, I
His
could care
feelings have
less.
to be heard.
I don't know.
Fuck 'em.
It's just the hatred. I can't understand it.
I love everything on Ron and Fez show except sleeves.
Jesus, that's harsh.
Oh,
He's probably hurting his feelings, though.
Yeah, I would think so.
he's making me hurt.
What about Ding Fries Are Done?
I love that one.
Oh, now there's a fun song.
How about we play that going into break? It is the Christmas season.
I'll
Certainly
say.
is.
Little Ding Fries Are Done. We'll do this as we go to break, and we'll tell you what the Guess the Sound thing is. And also Victoria's Rock.
Was that sound? Was that overlaid anything, or was that just?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's
a single sound
That is a
being
single
recorded.
sound.
Holy motherfucker! I have no idea.
And it's not a sleeping thing?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's why I just want to make sure people
damn,
know
that's
it's
I
not
think
a
it's a
sleeping
cat
thing.
being fingered.
You wish. Wow. Well, we'll tell you after the break, but first, I think we got Ding Fries Are Done. Hit it. Nice.
I love that one.
Back with the Opie and Anthony show.
Jimmy.
Quickly, does anybody out there in Radio Land have tickets to the Islanders Rangers game at Madison Square Garden
I
tonight?
bet somebody does.
I asked this fine company that we work for, SiriusXM, but it's complicated. I just want to go to a hockey game tonight.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
I guess they want me to appear on the NHL network, which I would love to do. Sure, I could talk hockey.
Yes, indeed.
But they said you show up there, you do some radio with those guys, and then that'll lead to tickets eventually. I
Yeah.
want to go to tonight's game, first of all. And second of all, we talk hockey on our own show.
Yeah.
So we're already promoting the NHL. And then you can hear a lot of games here at SiriusXM. It's a big thing, man. Rangers Islanders tonight. And then Rangers Islanders tomorrow night. But I got tickets to that one because I got season tickets.
Oh, so you want to go to both games?
It's like a home-and-home series, they call it, Anthony.
So one is at the Garden.
And one's at the
one's at the
Coliseum.
Coliseum.
I got the Coliseum tickets covered. I got those.
Why do you want to go to the Garden?
Because I live here.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's
like,
easy. A Subway, I'm down there, I check out some hockey.
you know, something I didn't even think of that. I'm just thinking of where I live.
I know, I live here.
I'm like, why would you want to do that? It's pretty close.
Honestly, it's more of a pain in the ass to go out to the Coliseum for me.
Of course it is.
That's a 2-hour ride, even though it should be a 20, 30-minute ride.
I wasn't even thinking that.
You kidding me? I could
Dummy.
just relax and jump on a Subway, be at the Garden in 10 minutes and watch some hockey? Yeah, that's why.
All right, that makes perfect sense.
Hold on, this guy, James on Long Island. James?
Jason, whatever, I don't fucking care. Yeah, my dad's actually got 2 tickets. He's trying to sell them, but I don't know.
All right. Where are the
Trying to sell them, but I don't know.
Hold on.
That's definite.
Anthony, understand.
I don't know if you're
I'm very picky with my stuff, and we're going to get into how picky I am in a second because we got wine in front of us.
Oh boy!
But my tickets need to be where the Islanders shoot twice. First of all,
boo.
If your tickets are where the Islanders only shoot once, then I don't even want to talk to you.
What a prick!
What a prick! And I have to be at least halfway down. I'm not picky as far as that goes, but halfway down. I need at least half the fucking fans to be behind me. That's not asking for much.
It's not halfway down. It's like 300. You're the last row, all the way to the top.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Later for you.
Someone's saying just buy tickets. $400 fucking dollars for 2 tickets.
What?
400 and how much? 50? 450?
Play?
When I could do a little plug-ola or payola, why would I spend the money?
Christ.
It's just a joke, there. Relax.
It's a little joke.
Just a little joke.
Humor.
It's a little joke.
The cheapest ticket at the Garden is $68.50. The most expensive ticket is $11.29.50.
$11.29.
No,
1,000. 50 more cents. That's $11.
I was saying it as he was saying it, and then it
They
was
actually got
more
tickets
numbers.
for $1,100?
$1,129.50.
For one ticket?
Where do you
Right.
sit, on the goalie's lap?
I don't know.
Where the fuck is that?
$879.50, $275.50, $250.50.
It's a hockey game.
$195.50 were the tickets.
Where's section 318? Because someone's offering me their 318 seats.
318?
That's. You should.
That's where the farmers sit.
Yeah.
That's where the farmers sit.
Call?
I'm not sitting with farmers.
What are you even calling?
Yeah, he's a fancy man.
Yeah. What? Ron, why are you calling if you sit in 318? Really? Let's be honest with each other.
They're really good seats.
No, we're looking at the friggin' chart of the Garden right now. They stank on ice.
All right, hold
literally.
on. 318 isn't that bad. What's the section behind that? It goes up to 400s?
That's
All the
bad.
way up in the top.
Oh, really?
Dude, that's
Yeah,
bad.
and we're the last.
Wait,
row.
are you low?
We're on the aisle. You sit with your feet out in the aisle.
Okay.
You got full leg room.
I like that.
Great view of the ice. $62 a piece.
What row?
$62. Row J. It's the last row. You got nobody behind.
Last row.
Nobody behind you.
Oh.
What does that matter? You're going to turn around and try to watch the game?
And do you watch
your seat reclined?
How about no one in front of you is the goal here?
And do I watch the Rangers shoot at that goal twice, or the Islanders shoot at that goal twice?
It's the end. The Rangers shoot twice.
Goodbye.
Hopefully they shoot. A lot.
Goodbye.
Later for you. Good luck selling your shitty tickets.
He didn't even listen. I have demands. It has to be where the fucking Islanders shoot twice.
Why don't they just give you tickets here?
What?
Why don't they just give you tickets?
I asked, and I asked a while ago, because everything has to be. You know what? I'm not trying to be the fucking Debbie Downer today, so I'll just shut my mouth. But everything is complicated around here. That's the headline. Everything's complicated.
All right, can we bring a woman in, please?
In a minute, man. We got shit to do. We got the guest to sound thing.
Oh, what is that?
And also someone is
Gurgling
suggesting
noise.
that there is another Christmas song you don't like, Anthony.
What is it?
Christmas Shoes.
No, I don't mind that one. It's just funny. It makes me laugh because Sal cries. My stepfather Sal just cries when he hears that. Bruh, the shoes for his mother, and she's dying. And all right, Sal, you fucking little whiny crybaby. Jesus Christ, you're 70. Relax.
We're gonna get Victoria in here in a second, but I just want to play the guest to sound again, and then we'll try to get your guesses. Okay? You got it?
I got it. I'm not going to say, but I got it.
I think I got it too.
I got it.
Really?
All right, write it down. Got a pen? 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 Why would I say that?
I don't have one.
I'm gonna start.
Got a pen? Got a pen? Got a pen?
I don't know how to spell this particular word.
Oh, there we go.
How do you spell? All right, hold on. No, this is. Does it start with this, Ant?
Yes.
Okay, good. But it's Danny. Did you come up with? Wait, I don't want to look at yours yet. Did you come up with the guess the sound?
What do you mean? Did I come up with it?
Did you find this?
I found it. Yeah.
All right, Danny found it. Then I'm changing my answer.
I went here. See, I went here.
Who's right? Who's right? Come on.
One of you is right.
Of course.
One of us is right.
One of us is right. One of us is right?
One of you is right.
All right, Anthony wrote vacuum on cock, and I wrote vacuum on cunt lips.
You guys want to see the video?
Oh, please. There's nothing I want to
Wait,
see
who's
more.
right?
Oh,
It'll be
see
obvious.
the video.
Let's see.
It'll be obvious.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
I want cock.
I know you do.
All right, he's marking that for sound.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Wait.
It's not a pussy.
Oh, yeah. It's a vag.
Give me a bell, motherfucker.
Oh. Damn it. Oh, God.
Where is that?
I wish her ovaries came out.
You can find that on
fucking eyes
hanging from her twat like click-clacks.
Inhumanity.com.
Inhumanity.com. Is that a good site there?
Yeah, it's definitely one of my go-tos.
Inhumanity.com. That's great.
My new favorite thing on Inhumanity is they do like what they call like parenting fails, I guess, and it's just like it's chicks doing odd sexual things with kids way too nearby. Like here's one of them. It's one of the first things up. Like someone's,
right. You see,
someone's posing like outside their car, and like there's a car in the background, but you could see that there's obviously a child in the
there's
window.
a kid in the window.
Yeah. What
And
the
there's
fuck?
dude, there's a ton of these, and nothing makes me laugh harder.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's get Victoria in here.
By the way, I tweeted 2 photos. One when I was 17, getting a $25 check from I was Employee of the Week.
It's so good.
And one my high school yearbook picture when I was a junior.
Really?
How are you?
There she is. Hi.
Hi, guys.
How you been, good?
Hi, Victoria. How are
Very
you?
bad.
What?
Hopefully none of you are plan to be Santas because I've been very naughty.
Santas.
Really?
None
Wow,
of
you look better than the last time you were here. Botox? What is it? What do you got going on?
Everything.
Are you doing everything?
I'm a queen of everything.
Yeah?
But mostly,
She looks better, right?
Yeah.
Gonna get some coal in your pink stocking?
yeah, mostly just good, healthy living. Lots of salmon and omega-3s and 6.
You sound exactly like my doctor. I can't talk to you.
You do. It's my doctor, too.
Yeah, Jimmy knows. We have a doctor that sounds exactly like you. And she
put a finger in your ass?
Unfortunately not. It's always the old fucking man. I got a few doctors, and the one doctor I wouldn't mind having a finger isn't the one doing it.
Fuck that.
She sends me to the specialist, which is the old guy with the fucking thick fingers.
I'll put your finger up your ass. You want me to? I'll do it.
You qualified to check a prostate?
I can do it, absolutely. I'm
not doubting
Are you
you
ready?
can do it. Are you qualified?
Yes, I'm qualified.
Oh, okay.
Who wants in?
I'm tempted.
Jimmy, come on.
I think Jimmy's the one.
It is an exam. It really is
An
an
exam by a doctor.
But no, I couldn't explain that at home.
Yeah.
I understand she's Dr. Z, but did she really check your ass? Well, you know, she was a doctor.
Prostate.
She was checking for polyps.
That'd be kind of hard to,
Jimmy.
What?
You gotta do this.
I can't take, my ass is very sensitive. I can't take anything in my ass.
Sam?
I'll be gentle, I promise.
Wait,
I'm
there's
very
gotta be
gentle.
someone. You are a doctor, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, get E-Rock. Get E-Rock.
Oh, no. All right, E-Rock.
Wait, there's gotta be somebody.
Yeah, but you have latex gloves, I hope. I'm not putting any
What?
fingers up
Yes.
any of those ass.
What? You got a new DVD out?
Yes.
Guide to Great Sex on DVD?
I hope you guys watched it. I know Jimmy did. I could see by a smirk on his
I did
face.
peek through it, yeah. I kind of...
Is she naked in it? Is Victoria?
Yes, she is naked in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very sexy, yeah. There's a really hot scene with another girl. Who was the other girl you were in the scene with?
Lori Wallace. She's a buddy of mine. We've been friends for a long time.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I didn't know
Friends
you did
could just get
videos
along
and
and
stuff
do
when I
that.
first met you. It's like
I did. I do some. I mean, I'm not like a professional. I don't do it all the time. I just do it when I feel like.
Right.
And with women, I'm sort of really into.
Yeah.
This was a very sexy video. The opening scene is some girl blowing some guy with a really big porn dick, and it was a really good fucking scene.
Yeah?
Yeah, I enjoyed the video a lot.
Nice sloppy blowjob.
Yeah, man, it was hot.
That's good.
It's an instructional video, but it also is sexy. You know, the problem with most instructional videos is that they're boring, and they have people from the 70s with giant shaved genitals.
Yeah.
Hold on, Sam's back with an update.
Oh, Sam, update on trying to get E-Rock in for a prostate exam?
E-Rock's not allowed to either.
Why?
There's a lot of not allowed.
E-Rock actually wouldn't even acknowledge that I was in the room.
Why would he be allowed to? I don't understand.
Well, he's engaged to be married to a woman.
But she's a doctor.
Okay, I see.
And
what about Angry Matt?
Angry Matt's not here, but Evan is.
Let's bring Evan
Yeah,
in.
bring in bitch
Evan.
hips.
Yeah, where is Soul Swivel?
You would do this, right?
I would do it, sure.
Of course you would.
And you know what you're checking for?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Come on the rug. He does it.
Evan.
You know you guys all are into it. You
This is
know
a
that.
question
Oh,
for you.
guys.
Hi, Evan. Question for you.
Sure.
How old a gentleman are you?
23.
Yeah, that's about time you should start.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a little late,
Have
actually.
you had a prostate exam?
This is
I
a
have not
prostate
had one. You have not?
awareness month.
Do you know
We're
that
going to sell some DVDs today, Victoria.
Do you know that prostate cancer is very serious, and if it's caught early, you should be fine.
I understand it's one of the top killers of men.
How about that?
It is.
Now,
But it could also affect you.
now,
Do you have
we
a
were
clean
thinking-
ass right now?
Yeah.
I would not the cleanest.
But a doctor understands things like this. Doctor understands things like that. Dr. Z here is just itching to give a prostate exam.
I've heard.
So we want to know if you want to, maybe save your life, sir, and bend over.
I mean, that's a tall order.
Why are you breathing so heavy?
Exactly.
Wow, you are.
I didn't realize.
He's going to get promoted after this,
up.
too, right?
All worked up. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Gonna get something in my ass. Oh, God.
You got this, buddy.
What are we waiting for?
You got this.
That's a.
You got this.
This is a tough one.
You got this. We're not going to look at you. We'll fucking put up a sheet.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself. You know what? Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I see that.
Are you looking at Victoria?
Dr. Z, show the
she's-
fingers. See, look at the fingers.
There are no long nails on
No
them.
nails, no. They're physician's fingers.
Just
If
don't
you could
steal-
see
don't
steal
physician's
her
nails.
ring.
You got this, buddy.
You got this.
I don't know. I noticed.
Yeah, go with the finger with the ring on it.
I noticed
No.
Danny put up a note saying that Paul should be punished for his bad signs. And
Yes, which we would read when
I'm
we
all
felt it
for
was
that.
appropriate. But right now we're talking to you.
Yeah, we're talking to you.
Okay.
You're gonna give
Start
Paul
this.
attention.
It doesn't end with you.
Moment.
Yeah, this is your moment.
There comes a time on this program where every intern proves himself, shows his mettle, and shows a dedication for the program that, let me explain to you, shows a dedication to the program that these guys, these gentlemen you see, they're called employees of the show, have shown in the past. Sam, Danny, Travis.
Sam, tell them about how many
E-Rock,
fingers you've had up your ass.
Oh,
I had a dildo in my mouth.
yes.
It was any-
He
That's
kissed,
true.
He kissed the homeless man on the
Homeless-
mouth.
3 men.
He's kissed
3 men.
He's kissed 3 men.
I tell you what.
Dr. Z.
Give me a few minutes. Just go to the bathroom.
What do you got to do?
Right?
Just freshen up a little bit.
Okay.
And
Sexy talk that is.
Oh, don't worry about it.
And then sure.
All right, so it's up for an exam.
All
Bring
right.
latex gloves.
Bravo.
Bring latex gloves.
You've got some very patriotic employees here, I must admit.
It's either that or they're fucking done.
They're fucking booted.
That's right.
Could you give me a piece of tape, of duct tape or plastic tape?
Sure.
I mean,
Jimmy,
duct tape.
you want to read that screen right there?
Gary says no fingers in asses.
Who is Gary?
Exactly.
You better go clean up.
Gary's the guy who said he could get a lot of
Just
stuff
clean
done
your
for
butt.
the radio show.
Just clean your butt and we'll sort everything out. Go ahead. Scrub a dub.
You really do you are a doctor.
Yeah.
Yes. absolutely.
Then what would be the problem?
Exactly. She's a doctor.
It's a medical procedure.
And I don't understand
sexual
why
about
these
this at
guys
all.
don't like me. I don't really understand why I'm having problems with these
So,
guys.
how did you like my guide to Dr. Z's Great Sex, available on in penthousestore.com, since we're here to
Good.
sell videos.
Good.
Not talking about asses.
Making Lainey very happy in the corner.
I
right,
liked
Lainey?
it. I'll tell you why I liked it. Because Dr. Z is sexy because she's a doctor. It's like, this is a real fucking...
Yeah.
She's sexy because she's got the big boobies.
No, but I
Fuck
mean,
the doctor
it's
part.
not just that. It's the fact that, like, when I first met her, I had no idea.
That you have big boobs?
Well, I kind of noticed that immediately, that it was a head or feet. I never noticed that she
You like
did
the
new
Dr.
stuff.
Z. Well, let's talk about some of this.
Natural, very natural
All right.
looking boobies. No bolt-ons, I must admit.
But those are not natural.
Well,
It's hard
then-
to see in the video. You can't
You're
really
pretty
see it from the
natural.
cover.
But you got a good implant. It's under the muscle.
It's perfect.
I like it under the bone, actually.
It's a very nice...
right under the rib cage.
Oh.
How do they look in person? They look that good?
They look
we've
even
seen
better
them.
in person.
Oh, they do. I'm just curious. I'm not.
Well, show Jimmy. It's a quick zip
Jimmy.
down.
You could if you wanted to. I mean, you don't have to.
All right, Jimmy. I knew I would have to do it for you because since this has been your fantasy since last time.
Yes, it has been. Wow, wait.
Here, I'm gonna take a shot of your cleavage for Twitter because I just have to. Hold on a minute.
I came prepared.
Yeah, we don't. Here, give me a sexy pose. The good doctor. Wow, and a little nip out. This is nice. All right, well, hold on a minute. 1, 2. Nice.
Stay like that. Hold your video in front of your like this, but hold your fingers
Yeah,
over
put it
the.
with a video and a
No.
link to penthousestore.com.
No, no.
Yes.
Hold it up there.
Little capitalist here.
Cover
Yeah, of
cover the
course.
nipples in that. I can't
Well,
Twitter that
here,
with
okay.
nipples. Yes.
Nipples here covered.
Well, my picture will have nipples.
I can't. You can't do.
You know
hold
what?
it higher so
I'll
I can
take
see
the
your breasts.
chance.
Hold it
Fuck
up like
that.
this. There you go. You got a picture.
Yeah.
The camera's turning on.
How do you spell tits? Here's. Here's.
That's a word.
Good shot.
That's a word you learn to spell very quickly.
Let me see.
Like
them.
we've said many
Early
times,
on.
I hate the word. Here's,
Tits. Yeah, I like some of these subjects that are covered in the DVD.
The only thing is a little too dark right here.
Yeah.
Oh, you like the
iPhone
subjects?
camera.
Yes, I try to customize. It's
I need an adjective for your boobs.
Delicious.
bootylicious, boobalicious, boobalicious.
All right, how do you spell
boobies.
boobalicious?
Any way you want it.
How do you spell boobalicious?
It's not in the boobalicious.
Yeah,
BOOBA
Yeah, you're a smart bro.
LICIOUS.
Yes.
C-I-O. What?
Yeah, she's right. BOOB.
And her boobalicious.
ILICIOUS. Correct.
Something like that. Yeah, I doubt it's in the.
This picture's going to do
American
very well.
Dictionary.
I appreciate it. There you go. And send. All right. Yeah, let's talk about some of this, Ann. You're right.
Yeah.
Most men come in less than 4 minutes. Come on.
That's insanity.
Yes, that's the average. I didn't come up with that. That's the average statistics
how
for
is
an
that?
American male.
What?
Yes.
That sounds a little quick.
4 minutes is an average for an American male.
Is that average guy that hasn't gotten rid of the poison in a while?
Well, it's probably an average guy who's been married for like a while.
Well, no, here's the question. I am getting to some. So if it's the average is 4 minutes, but let's say the guy now has sex a second time. How long does it?
I guess that's averaged in.
Usually, people do last longer the second time.
No, I know that.
But you know what? I honestly don't know how they collected that statistic.
Hey,
how they measured it. Whether they asked the guys or the wives, I'm not sure. But that's the statistic keeps popping up.
I gotta go, Stacy. I gotta go.
So you say men come in less than 4 minutes, and women need 8 to 10 minutes of thrusting to have an orgasm.
Yeah, on average.
Motherfucking.
So there is a gap.
That's not.
Yeah, there's a
crucial
gap, all right.
gap, guys.
Big one.
And if
Fuck, it's half the time. She's halfway there and you're done.
Yeah.
How awful is that? You gotta start the car back up?
So should you just finger pop her for 4 minutes?
Well, you could do fingers. You can do vibrators, various sorts. You could add oral. You could do
Ew.
different things.
You don't like oral?
I mean, there's different
I'll
techniques.
fucking lick an ass like a madman. Are you kidding?
You'll get right in there, right?
Oh, I don't care. Like I've always said, tailbone to belly button. I'm in.
You like your ass licked?
Sure, who doesn't? Those who, I mean, there's people who admit they like it and those who don't.
Getting your ass licked really is fantastic, isn't it? But you feel silly while it's happening. I'm like, this is wrong.
I don't prescribe to that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I know.
As long as you're using Dental Dam. I'm as a doctor,
What?
I'm supposed to tell you guys. You're supposed to use Dental Dam.
Latex should never have been invented. Fuck that shit.
Condoms for fucking is one thing, but for
no.
ass eating or blowjob,
For
no.
fucking? What?
It's just.
I have to say that. Doctor.
No.
I think I'm a fool if I don't.
Supposed to say that.
Condoms are for fags.
Yeah. That a boy, Ann. That old Tiger Woods didn't believe in him either.
No.
That's a guy who likes to fucking risk. That's a guy who likes to compete.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what do you got on Tiger Woods there, Dr. Z?
What do I got on him?
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think of the whole thing?
Did you fuck him, first of all?
No.
Oh, right.
I didn't.
So
fuck
did you
him.
ever meet him? One.
I never met him. I guess the big question whether he has a sexual addiction. I've been on a bunch of TV stations covering that, and what I said is that they're confusing addiction with overindulgence. I don't think that he is addicted. I just think he's rich and he's narcissistic and he likes instant gratification and he has opportunity and access. So I don't think he is addicted.
We took a sex quiz yesterday, though.
His wife looks a little frigid to me, though. It looks,
Really?
There's something about her that's...
She's a model.
Yeah, I don't know. She's beautiful. That's not the issue. She's not sexy. There's a
sexy?
frigidity
Wow,
to
look
her.
at
Do you
No,
know what I mean?
I'm saying the same thing you are. Like, as a model, I don't think that they are. I think women that beautiful sometimes don't have to work in bed, so a lot of them tend to be fucking horrible fucks. They just kind of lay there and want to look pretty and smile, and they suck.
Yeah, just maybe...
So she should have licked Tiger's ass.
Yeah, she should have just been more passionate.
Oh,
Who
after
knows?
like a fucking round.
Yeah, after winning the British Open, she should have got right in there.
Oh, God.
Well, he still had the green jacket on.
Maybe at least giving him a good prostate
Trying to get the
exam.
golf ball out.
Yeah, she was probably fucking horrible.
All right, Evan's back in studio. Evan, you clean your ass?
Yep.
What? What does that mean?
Gary says
Yeah,
even as
find
theater
out.
of the mind, you may be held.
Libel. Libel by who?
For what?
If it's deemed obscene.
But how could it
Libel
be
by
deemed obscene?
who? This is satellite radio.
Wait, it's
What is he
obscene by
talking
who?
about?
By who?
That's the
Do
wording.
you know
that was used.
nothing has been deemed obscene? There's indecency, which is protected here on satellite radio. Indecency, which if you commit indecency on regular radio, you get an FCC fine. Indecency is allowed here. Obscenity isn't allowed on any type of medium, really, technically. But there has not been
Sam, go
an
get
obscenity fucking case
Sam, go get
that
more
has
info.
ever been brought against a fucking radio station or anything. I know my FCC rules. I know all my rules. There's never been an obscenity, especially when a doctor is doing a prostate exam. You're not going to get an obscenity fucking rap on that.
No.
Just stop already.
We had Dr. Steve shoving fingers up homeless guys.
Of course, checking their prostate.
So, it's a bit we've done already.
I want to know what the fuck, where that.
And this is why I won't go for 20, 30 minutes, but this is why we have rookies around us. What is he talking about? That's a rookie fucking statement.
What's the most fingers you ever fit in a guy's hiney?
Good news, guys.
Yeah, I usually
his whole
just go
job's
for
gonna
one.
be to make.
Nobody's really
make sure you
begged
guys
me
can
to
do
shove a
stuff
fifth
with
in
your
there.
show.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Is that something you like?
No.
Jim?
No, my ass is fucking very delicate.
Yeah,
I take 3-4 fingers
Jim
tops.
looks like you know what he likes, I think? I think he likes
Cock?
face sitting.
I love
He
face
likes
sitting.
He looks like a kind of guy who
Yeah.
would like face
Love
sitting.
it. I like to attempt to scream while I'm being face set. I like to yell the alphabet loudly.
Face sitting is very, very
It's
nice.
amazing.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
It's
no,
amazing.
but, yeah,
Very
you
good.
could tell he would
You
be
got
into
access
it,
to
yeah.
all the good parts. It's very good.
Can't breathe.
Yeah,
Little
sometimes you
smothering.
can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop. Balls are in your face.
No, wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Oh, shit.
No, I like dick on the back of my head. That's when I feel silly, like I have a mohawk. I feel like I do Mr. T lines.
We got somebody who goes by the name of, excuse me, Doc, cunt cancer is on the line.
Jesus.
Cunt cancer
He spells it
from
with a K,
Ohio.
though.
Oh.
Yes.
What's up, Bo?
Hey.
What's up, CC?
Hey, this whole thing about your boss telling you not to do the prostate exam is bullshit. Bob and Tom do it every year during quote-unquote Proctober on the air to one of their guys.
Proctober. It's brilliant. Why didn't we come up with Proctober?
Sam's back.
Sam.
I'm sorry.
Proctober. It fucking barely jumps out at you.
You're right. I was doing Jocktober. I didn't realize to do Proctober as well.
Proctober is fantastic.
You will resign, right?
No, I don't think so.
Tender your resignation.
Yes, please.
I was just going to give you an update.
What? Oh, okay. What's up?
I was told by our legal liaison that while he's not a lawyer,
What is one on TV?
No.
All right.
What has been explained to him is that any instance of exchange of fluids, penetration, or insertion could be deemed
Could be deemed in
Could be deemed what?
Obscene.
In context.
Obscene,
in a certain context.
Obscene with who?
meaning a person
No,
could,
obscene with who?
a person listening could file an obscenity complaint, not
With
an
who?
FCC violation. It would be with the government, and then
Right,
we'd
right.
be in trouble.
Those are, oh boy, you hear
Really?
about those all the time.
Really,
don't you?
brother?
I don't.
Everyone is calling saying their local fucking show does it on regular radio.
Here's what it is.
Oh, my gosh.
If we had people come in here and start fisting each other in Roman orgy fashion and describing
bad
it
idea
in
for
graphic
ratings.
detail, believe me, I would love it.
I'm all
I
for
think
it.
it's great. But and we described it in graphic detail, and perhaps there were pictures and things like that, then maybe there'd be grounds for some kind of obscenity. But to have a doctor administer a prostate exam to somebody is the furthest thing from obscenity. It's not even indecency. You could do it on regular radio as long as it's described in a medical fashion. This is I'm a student of FCC law and government obscenity laws.
Yes, this is obscenity law. It was made clear to be not FCC.
Does he
I
law.
understand.
Okay.
I know both.
Okay. Does the rookie understand that there's regular radio doing this all over the fucking place?
I'm going to say that I don't know who you mean by the rookie, because that would be your terminology for him, but I could ask our legal liaison if he knows that.
You basically hired a guy to make sure it's really hard to do a radio show. That's what I'm at. That's where I'm at with this.
We just have to.
It's a lousy
make sure-
finger up the ass. Why are we? What?
It's not a lousy finger. It's a very pretty finger.
It is
It's a very well
nice
manicured hand.
hand.
And I was a hand
smooth.
model.
It's going to go in easy. It's going to twirl around a little bit.
Yeah.
Pull out a nugget if we're all lucky.
Milk dud. Oh, God.
Fuck like a pro. This is a very sexy DVD cover.
Dr. Z's Guide
Thank
to
you,
Great
Jimmy.
Cess, penthousestore.com.
It's Victoria on the cover. It looks like a Forum magazine, the old little Forum magazines.
Yes.
Which were the greatest jerk-off fodder ever with those
Oh,
Forum
weren't those
stories.
hot, those stories?
And she's just hair topless.
Pay attention to the nice six-pack abs there.
Yes, she has lovely abs.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause that's what I look at.
Yeah, the abs don't, she has
Yeah,
great
we don't-
panties and fantastic breasts. I like
Sam's
you in
back.
glasses, too. You look
Sam's
good in
back.
glasses.
Sam.
Our liaison and our person who acts as program director, I don't know what his official title, are speaking with the lawyers right now.
Oh, boy. Let me explain what the lawyers do. They are a fun vacuum. They create, in essence, a complete vacuum of fun. It's like air in space.
Right.
Only it's fun in here. It's sucked away. If you needed fun to live, a lawyer could make it uninhabitable in here.
I see.
See, that's what's happening right now. So my odds now of this getting past the lawyers is 0. The chances 0%.
Just to do the finger in the ass thing?
They're running up billable hours right now as we speak.
Of course they
So
are.
they'll have to consult. They're up on Lexus Westlaw right now researching this.
I fuck more than 4 minutes. I'm just saying that. I'm not going to brag or anything,
So
but I
everybody-
fuck longer than 4 minutes.
I do, too.
Everybody here lasts longer than 4 minutes.
There must have been
So
some
about
guys
that.
in this test that came in a second.
You have to. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're
There's some
talking about
trickery. You got to know trickery to
median
last.
average here. So obviously there's some premature ejaculators. There's some with the delayed ejaculation.
We
And
like
then
to call it cumsies.
Cumsies, right?
Cumsies in your pants.
Making cumsies. And now this one, many women prefer shallow penetrations to deep thrusts.
That's true.
Yes. Now, what if you mix it up a little bit?
It's always good to make
You like that. You like make a surprise, like ding, 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 ding. Oh, ooh. And then they gotta like, ooh.
But
Yeah.
you got to do what I do. I actually say it. I'll go shallow, shallow, deep, shallow, deep, shallow, deep, deep, shallow, deep.
That's good. At least you're warning her what's coming.
yeah.
Yes. It all depends. You ever bottom out on the cervix?
Yeah. Sure have.
Sometimes you feel cervix. Sometimes you feel fucking birth control device.
Yes, that's why I only fuck really skinny girls. Yeah, I've had a couple of bottoms. That's unpleasant.
Yeah.
It's very unpleasant.
It's not good. It's like almost a pinchy thing.
It makes you really happy that you did it.
Yeah.
Just because you know you kind of you hit her back.
Yeah.
Hit her spine.
Can't go to school the next day.
Jesus.
Why, Ant?
All right.
What is wrong with you?
It could be college.
Exactly.
All right. Good point.
Yeah, no, it couldn't be. Any girl that fucks you is too dumb to go to college. Believe me, same for me. What do you teach people on this DVD?
Fucking.
No, but how do you? Here's the thing. This is true because Voss comes quick. How do you teach somebody to not come quick if they come quick?
Voss comes.
He's legendary
Is
as
he
a quick
really?
shooter. He hates himself.
Wow.
For real.
Well, everybody can, anybody can train themselves to last longer. And I talk about it a little bit in the video about this. And the main thing is your masturbatory style will translate in intercourse. So guys who have okay, I have 3 seconds right now, so I have time to jerk off because I have 3 seconds. So they do it fast and hard and dry. That doesn't translate well in intercourse. So what you got to do is you got to train yourself during masturbation. Lots of lube, take your time, build up arousal, bring it up, then let the arousal subside. And that's what actually, I've interviewed porn stars, and that's what a lot of them do in their spare time. They just sit there
jerk off
masturbating, taking their time to build things up.
Okay.
And so learning to identify your point of ejaculatory inevitability. So getting to the point where you're about to explode, but then allowing the arousal to subside.
Then back up. But what do you do during that time? You're fucking. You feel like, here it comes. And then what do? You just got to go, hey, hold on a minute. I'm just going to sit here like a statue.
No, you can go down on her. You can play with her nipples. Lots of things you could do, meanwhile.
Yes.
So when you're feeling you're getting close, then you focus on something else.
Or you could just come and apologize. I'm so sorry.
Or you just change the subject. Like as you're getting close, you're about to come, just pull out and go, how about them Mets?
Right. You hear about the trades?
So, all right.
But I talk about what I do. I talk about different sizes because you know what? This video is structured according to the letters that I receive. So I take real letters and I answer real letters. And then the videos cut through to illustrate the letters. And one of the main concerns that guys have is size. I'd say about 60% of letters I receive is how do I make myself bigger? I'm not big enough. So I talk about different sizes in different positions that work best for each size. Then the actors demonstrate them.
Little tiny cock. What are they? What's position should they?
Well,
use?
On the stool with a rope.
Missionary style with the legs all the way in the back, or doggy style. So we talk about.
Let me think. Missionary style
with the legs all the way back.
All the way back. Yeah. See, Jim knows.
That's because that's how you can fool her into thinking you're fucking her well as your weight collapses and you're hurting her back leg, and she's going ow, and you're like yeah.
Or
but it
doggy.
Does
Now doggy seems a little rough because you got to have a little bit of length to get in there.
Not really. The doggy you can manipulate, doggy allows for pretty deep penetration.
Okay. And that's also so you can't see her laughing in your face as you vainly attempt to hurt her vagina with your fucking minuscule penis.
Little pinky dick.
So
what about giant, big fat cock? Now, what do you do?
Well, I talk here. Obviously, woman on top is great for this because she can herself regulate how
decide
deep.
how much is going in.
Decide how much is going in, so she doesn't feel threatened and oh my god, I can't take this. So.
What is it when you take too long to come? A lot of times I can't come. I'll fuck for a while and I get close, but then I'm I can't go over the edge. And it's not about fucking because then I just lose it. After a while, I just lose it without coming. What do you do to?
Well, normally what you got to do for some people is adding additional stimulation, maybe playing with your nipples.
That's what I mean.
Or prostate stimulation, whatever it takes to put it over the edge. You have to figure out for some people, a penis ring works, a vibrating penis ring to put it over the edge.
That just looks silly.
It does look silly.
You could get those at Steven Singer too. I hear
You can get them at PenthouseStore.com.
Sorry,
where?
PenthouseStore.com has plenty of them. Actually,
you guys are in
they're
trouble
one
with
shot.
sales.
They're one shot. I love those. You just throw them away afterwards because the worst thing about
Throw 'em in
sex
the
toys
dishwasher.
is cleaning them
Put 'em in the
after. Who wants to
dishwasher.
clean them?
With the
You feel
pasta
silly.
dishes.
So these are one shot. You throw them away and they're a little vibrating. They're actually a lot of fun.
You know what? If you take a couple of days, a few days off, also, and then you don't have to worry about not coming.
Yeah, I think
it's
that's-
not like then you're all worked up, snorting and fucking, really into that.
The thing is, you shouldn't be so orgasm oriented anyways. Just think of it as
No.
tantric sex.
No,
think, okay,
stop
I don't have
it.
to come right
You gotta
now.
come.
I can come a little bit later. Build
No,
up.
I want to come now.
Build it up. Build up the
Jesus,
erotic.
Ed.
I gotta come
do
now.
a little tantric action. What's wrong with you?
Tantric. All right, Sting. Enough with tantric.
Hey, Sam's
Stop
back
it.
in studio. Sam, good news.
Look, but don't touch. No.
Yeah,
Put
sometimes
it in, don't come.
I got a vibrating wig.
I need my lips to reach the pussy.
Yeah, sometimes I stand up on my tippy toes and lick it without my lips. Continued success. Prolonged orgasm.
Sam.
Yes, Sam.
The lawyers have approved theater of the mind.
Cool.
As long as we're just painting a picture.
That's cool. How about if it's with a brown finger that we're painting?
Finger painting.
Thanks.
What does that mean?
That means we can do a fake radio and
Yeah.
make believe that we're doing it, but not really do it, and have him go like, "Oh, ow," and we all go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! She's got a finger in his tushy," and then everybody believes it, and that's it. They're telling us we can do fake radio.
What?
Theater
Yes.
of the mind would
Yes,
imply
yes.
that, yes, it's just sort of
Okay.
painting a picture for the listeners at home. Because, I mean, we are on the radio.
Can I
and
have some on hold music, please?
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
The word tushy, by the way, never sexy.
Oh no, never.
Tushy is fucking horrendous.
You know what another bad one is? When old hags use buns. Oh, what a nice set of buns on it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Hold on. I got to talk to him.
I'm angry today.
Holy shit. Are
It's
you
insanity.
fucking kidding me?
We're back on the radio.
Ah, this music really sucks. You guys should put some Beethoven if you're gonna do this. Or
Beethoven?
something like Bach or Beethoven.
Beethoven?
What's wrong
I mean,
with you?
something. This
Isn't
is
it
obnoxious.
Beethoven?
Well, whatever, but it's with a Russian accent.
It's called
Beethoven.
on hold
Beethoven.
music. It's just on hold music. It's our classic on hold
I know,
music.
but make it at least something stimulating,
Nah,
something
it's got
inspiring.
to be like elevator type music, hold music. It's got to be lousy. That's how it is
That's
every
hold
time you're on
music.
hold. You ever been on hold and gone, wow, this rocks?
Yeah.
No, never.
You never listened to Bach or Beethoven? It's always...
Beethoven.
I'd rather listen to Bach and Beethoven.
Beethoven.
What's a really unsexy
Hold on.
thing?
We have to talk about what we just... So the lawyers said we could make believe we're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. At first they said we couldn't even make believe. We couldn't even, like, actually act out and actually not do it, but act it out and through our talents of acting, make it seem like we were doing it.
But we're working with people that find it acceptable to do fake radio, like to make... What?
Yeah.
Where am I?
Just remember that.
Don't go home.
No.
Oh.
Don't go home with
Mope.
Just remember that.
They think it's acceptable to do fake radio,
Yeah.
and they don't understand where our frustration
We just
comes
don't.
from.
Look, if we can't do it, we can't do it. But we're absolutely not doing fake. We're not going to do fake radio and do that.
Nope.
But what we can do in its place, Opie, is to get in a big dirigible and start dropping fucking bra bombs on those people.
I understand.
Win it.
But that's also 15 years ago.
I'm
let's
kidding.
be
That's
honest.
what I mean.
Yeah. Sam, that
Jesus.
was it? Fake radio? That's what they came back with.
That was the offer. Fake radio.
There's no insertion.
Yeah.
No insertion.
But the guy said, look, the good news about me is I know the lawyers and I could figure out how to get things done. He did say that to me.
Can we just get like the rest of our show on tape and make believe we're here? We can fake be here and leave.
We do that, actually. What do you mean we can?
Oh, shit, you're right, Jimmy. Sorry.
We're out the door every day by
Jimmy's
10.
right now. He really hopes I can sit on his face. At least make believe that I sit on his face.
I have to be honest. I think I would enjoy that a lot.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, if we're gonna do theater of the mind, at least let's pretend
Well, her
Victoria's
pants are
sitting.
down. It's unbelievable. She's pulling her panties down. Wow, Opie, look at that bush. And Jimmy is now laying back on the couch. And there it is. We have contact. Oh my God, Jimmy's face is all over her pussy. Wow, he's licking her clitoris in pleasurable fashion.
That's the sound I make when I'm having my face head on.
Please realize this is fake. We are not really doing this. Thank you.
Oh my God, look at what he's doing to her. Now he's putting his fat cock right in her asshole.
This isn't being done. This isn't being done. It's all fake. Please, lawyers, fake.
I was still licking.
Oh, yeah, how'd you get around so fast?
Exactly. And why'd you give me a fat cock?
All right.
Could you throw a
black
lawyer?
man just came in, and Jimmy's blowing him.
No, that's fair. You really ruined it.
Could you throw a lawyer into our fake radio bit?
Oh, wow.
Could you throw a lawyer into our fake radio bit,
A
please?
lawyer is ass fucking us all, figuratively.
Yeah.
This was real.
Yeah, theater of the mind is not fun.
No.
Especially with face sitting.
No.
It shouldn't.
Then again, face sitting is not fun for the
But
radio
it sh-
listeners either.
It shouldn't be
No,
suggested.
Fun for me.
It
Theater
shouldn't
of
even
the
be
mind.
suggested. That's ridiculous.
Theater of the mind is fun when, like, dead Ronald Reagan used to make a phone call. I
Right,
think people understood dead Ronald Reagan wasn't really calling.
Yes.
So you act it out and have some fun with it. But something like a prostate exam, if we're going to say we're doing it and to not do it, puts us in that category of radio personalities that we're really, it's just, it's not real. It's not funny. It's not fun. It's stupid.
Well, you just have to start that Proctober months, and
If we start
Invite
Proctober
me
and maybe
back.
get some sponsors,
yeah.
then I think
Oh, it'd be more than
we'll go
allowed.
along with it.
Yeah,
Right,
make a fist,
right.
run at him.
That's it.
Get some pharmaceutical companies to sponsor it with big bucks.
Maybe if we could get a car company, then a guy can lay on the hood with his fist out, and they could just drive at 60 miles an hour into someone's
Yes,
asshole.
and if it's a Prius, they can back up and then drive in without wasting gas.
Yes, I volunteer not to drive either.
What's a very unsexy word to refer to the vagina? How do you like, if someone's talking dirty to you, for them to refer to your vagina?
Meat slit?
Nah, just pussy.
I like
I'll
pussy.
get to that. I like cats.
Beef curtains?
Yeah, no, please.
No? You don't like that?
That's disgusting. I hate beef.
Matter, beef
I only eat
curtains.
fish anyway, so
Oh,
please.
that's good. How about tuna taco?
I don't know
That's
about
sexy.
tuna taco.
When I tell girls, I go, I am going to fucking go down on your tuna taco. They go, oh my God, I can't believe it.
Just vulva. Keep it. That's
Vulva?
better.
You know how I say it? I say, lay back, I'm going to lick your...
Oh, how about stink patch? What about that? Hey, baby, you want me to stick it in your stink patch, don't you?
'Cause someone
right?
will-
Oh, you're so hot with me saying this right now, right? No, she's nodding her head no, but she means no.
How about I'm going to put it where the sun don't shine, miss?
Yeah.
People, because a lot of women don't like when you call their pussy a pussy. They're like, I don't like the word.
Great, I love
Some
that
women
word.
don't like that
Yeah.
word. It's like, well, then what
How
do you
can
call
you not
it?
like that word?
Bend yourself over, lick your la 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 la.
Vulva's
I
fine.
just
I'll
robbed that
go.
from someone
Vulva,
online
that's
here.
it's too medical. Vulva's too medical.
What the fuck, Ant? I'm just being obnoxious. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Let me see. You demonstrate how to find the G spot on a now this
Lori
whole-
and I. Lori, I think I demonstrated on Lori. There.
How about piss flaps?
piss flaps?
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
Who comes
Isn't that
up with these?
sexy?
Who
That's a
comes
good
up with
one.
that
Men.
stuff?
Piss flaps is good.
Men.
So stupid.
Real men. Right. I'm teasing, of course.
How do you find the G spot?
Yeah, the G spot is
Not
like.
that I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You lift the balls.
I just hire a real bull to come in. Fuck her.
A real man.
I hire a real man to come in and fuck her while I watch and lick her breasts and go, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right.
Yeah, the G spot. Now we've all heard the, we've all heard the story.
Put
of the
your
G-spot.
finger in, curl it up.
Curl it up. Now there's different levels of curling. Sometimes it's a little higher up. Sometimes it's down. Sometimes it's
Gotta explore. Gotta be the Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques Cousteau.
See, I love my accents. My
Now wear a
foreign
snorkel?
accents. No, explore, and every woman's different. But yes, somewhere around that area, you will feel sort of a bumpy surface.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Obviously, if she's more aroused, it's easier to find.
Yeah.
So first, go down on her first when she's nice and wet. Then that's a good time to find
you
the
feel around in there.
G-spot. And it usually, she'll get wet, usually.
And then right when you find it, do you yell out, I got it!
Yeah.
That's sexy.
Get ready to come, Toots.
That's the Grafenberg spot. I got the Grafenberg spot.
I got the Grafenberg spot.
You get the extra points for the German Grafenberg spot.
Yeah, I'm on her Maginot Line.
Is that sexy to say that as you find the G-spot to yell, face full of cums, he's coming up? Curl your fingers. Can you curl your fingers like the G-spot when you're finding G-spot, please? I'm going to photograph them. How do you do it when you're finding it?
It's a come hither.
Oh, like that. Come hither.
I know, I'm just
with 2 fingers?
Come hither, yes. You could,
go, come here.
Knows it's a come hither.
And you literally mean come here in my hand.
Yeah, this is a play on words.
But I didn't know for years, a lot of guys finger... But you just jam your fingers in and go straight. A lot of guys do that.
So
that actually does
high
nothing.
School.
Yeah, that does nothing.
That's junior high kid just
That's what
finger
most guys
popping.
do, yeah.
A lot of guys just jam the fingers in and pull them out.
Yeah.
And they don't know to curl the fingers up.
No, they're afraid of hurting somebody.
Yeah.
You girls are pretty durable in there. Adorable.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
What did I say?
So do you like, how do you find like humiliating people in bed? Do you like that? I don't mean that in a bad way either.
It's part of role play, sure. It could be a lot of fun. I'm a big believer in role play. I think otherwise sex life gets boring. You got to change it up. A little
what kind
humiliation.
Of role play, though?
Yeah.
Humiliation?
No, I'm talking about a little domination, a little bondage. It's always good, even
It always
for
seems so
vanilla people.
hacky. It's like, oh, tie me up to the bedpost. And you're like, well, I'm tied up. Ooh, I'm in danger now.
No, you don't.
So hacky sex.
No, but you don't have to do that. You could just sort of pin her hands down. I mean, that's kind of nice. Like with a little a little choking. Yeah. Not strong, but.
No, I mean fucking choke a bitch. No?
But a little domination is good. Is good.
Some
it
women
goes
like
both
that.
ways. And some guys like that. It's nice to switch it up.
I like the hair. I don't like some girls go, I like to have my hair pulled.
Yeah,
and I
doggy style.
I don't like pulling it hard, but sometimes I want it pulled harder. And then it's like, all right, maybe you're feeling good about this, but I'm kind of feeling not good about this.
You got to grab it right behind the back of the head and just fucking wrap it in your fist. This way you're not pulling from 5 inches back, pulling her scalp off with a fucking Mayan.
Jim likes his hair pulled.
I do.
Yeah, he likes it literally pulled.
I'm actually very dominant. I mean, I'm very, very rarely submissive. Occasionally, I like to go submissive just to break it up, but I tend to be
Everything you talk about sexually is submissive.
But I really, even when I'm being pissed on, I don't feel like, I'm a
that's
naughty.
Submissive.
It's not. It's fetish.
It's not
I'm
dominant.
dirty. No, I don't feel ashamed of it. It's like,
If you
give it
ask
to me.
any common Joe, if a girl pissing on a guy's face makes the girl or the guy dominant in that, everyone would say it makes the girl
It all depends on whose limits you're pushing. I mean, it doesn't matter which way you're laying on the floor. Like, I like to choke. I don't like to be choked. I like to choke. I like to slap. And I kind of like getting slapped a little bit, but it's very rare.
What about defecation?
Well, please, what about it? That's 400. We all know that. I mean, come on. If you have to plan a day in advance, you have to say, look, make sure you eat properly.
That's not what I'm saying. You still don't feel submissive when the
I don't want to shit. I don't want to shit. Or I don't want to shit on somebody. That's gross. But I mean, I've pissed on girls before. But I like getting it more than I like giving it because it doesn't do anything for me to give it.
Yeah?
No, because nothing's happening. I'm just standing over you whizzing. I would rather.
What if she digs it a whole bunch? Like you
I'll
dig
do it.
Like when
I'll
she
do it.
pisses on you, it's probably not like, oh wow, I'm really getting off on this. She's probably just like, oh, I'm taking a piss, and you're like, Well, what if the chick likes it and you piss on her? Would you do that?
I sure would. Right after eating asparagus, I'd really straighten her fix her wagon. You'll never ask for this again, will you? Yeah, no. It's just I don't think it's a submissive thing.
No,
I don't.
I find that strange, but
a lot of people would agree. Like it's a very domination thing, but to me, it's like if someone's got the pussy in your mouth and they're pissing, it's not. They're doing what I want them to do.
Yeah,
well,
but so is somebody that's being whipped.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, slave the whole topping from the bottom. I mean, that's the whole thing. You're fulfilling their desires.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Serving their desires, so it's.
When you look at it like that, I guess so, but I don't like the rest of the thing for me, unless if it's not a session, if it's actually like a real sexual experience, the rest of the thing is like, all right, piss on me, piss in my mouth, and then I'm back to slapping and choking and doing it's just part of what I like.
So what do you think about that? You find it?
I think it's good. I think all role play is good. A little dressing up, a little
That's silly.
pretend, make believe. It's all good.
That's silly.
I never role play per se though. Like I'm gonna be all right. I'll be the milkman and you be the lady.
Role play.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what about like a French maid outfit? Her cleaning your house. That's kind of sexy. You know
when it comes. You know when that's really sexy? When the fucking outfit comes off. I like naked.
No, I don't. I like
naked,
an outfit.
Naked.
I like an outfit.
Really?
Yeah, weird outfit though. I want her to dress like one of the
Bill Cox's outfit.
Yeah, could you dress like one of the Denver Broncos and I'll pretend I'm a referee and I got the call wrong and then I'll fuck you on the 38-yard line? I had the unsexiest fantasies ever. All right, like, how about this? I'm going to spank you, but only because of the beheadings in Iraq.
Yeah, unsexy.
Totally wrecking the mood.
Unsexy.
So you teach people how to fuck for real? I mean, this shows how to fuck better?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
learn
where-
something from the DVD. Why don't we should take a break and then take some calls from the listeners.
Yes,
Sounds great.
because they always
We're going
want
to
to learn
continue with
how to fuck.
Dr. Z, Guide to Great Sex on DVD, right?
Absolutely.
Where do they get it?
PenthouseStore.com.
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 Are you doing any signings? You should do signings with this.
I'll do a few. I'll be actually at the Hito Online party on the 19th. And it's preceded by an awesome fashion show in latex and leather and rubber and all that kind of good stuff. So
Where is it?
you should definitely... what the hell is it? Lady? Huh?
At Rebel.
Oh, it's at the Rebel nightclub. Sorry,
Rebel
I do so
nightclub.
many
All right.
promotions, but on the 19th, it's going to be awesome.
We'll continue with Dr. Z in just a bit. All right, we're hanging out with Dr. Z, our old friend. She's got a Guide to Great Sex DVD. Go to penthousestore.com if you want to check it out. Right now, we're going to take some phone calls from the listeners and get some advice done here.
It's actually very good sex, too. I've watched the DVD. I kind of fast-forwarded through it to get to her part, and it was really hot when I saw it.
Let's go to Cell Medic. Cell Medic, what do you got for Dr. Z?
Hey, how you doing, Dr. Z? Merry Christmas and Happy Boobalicious New Year.
Well, thank you. That's a nice greeting. I've been listening to our show.
Well, thank you. I have a question. What are your thoughts on piercings, specifically cock piercings, female genitalia piercings?
I'm not opposed to them. I think they, for a lot of people, they heighten sensitivity. Actually, my sister has had her clit pierced, and she loves it. She said she likes the stimulation when she walks around. So I hear it. She's a big fan of it.
Is your sister hot?
Oh, she's very hot.
When you're walking
Have
around.
you ever been? Have you ever been with a male, Dr. Z?
No, I have never personally been with a male who has piercings, but I assume that it's probably adds a certain thrill. I mean, are you pierced?
That's pain.
Yeah, he's pierced. That's why.
Crazy.
What do you got, Cell Medic? What do you
Prince
got
Albert?
I have not a Prince Albert. I have a Frenum, and I had a Lorum, but I just recently took the Lorum out. It's
I don't know.
part of a
We don't know what that is, Dr. Z.
piercing
Okay, it's
nut.
part of a Jacob's ladder. It's on the underside of the shaft. The Frenum is the top ladder or the top rung. The Lorum.
It's very sensitive.
Wow, you're an
Frenum,
angry
yeah.
man. You got to be an angry man.
You hate
your cock.
You hate it.
You
Dude,
hate
Why don't
your
you
cock.
put a clip on?
I like grandma.
Being in the medical field, I did a year trying to figure out what piercing I was going to get, and doing the rejection rate that the body would reject it, or which one was the most safest to get. Prince Albert is the most famously known for its name, but from what I understand, it really hurts females because it punches the cervix.
Yeah.
A lot of guys end up taking it off. It's also, anyways, the one that I've got has probably been the most pleasurable one. You get the girl into a doggy position, and you can rock that G-spot.
G-spot, right? That's what I was thinking too. I was visualizing
That's
it
what
as
he's
you were
got?
talking.
Oh yeah, you can sit there.
No,
Also,
we're looking at a picture that with
throw them on their back.
Well,
and,
that's a Prince Albert. He has.
No, he's got him going this way on the bottom of his shaft.
Yeah, like
Right.
a ladder.
Oh, Jacob's ladder.
Yeah,
Now I
no,
get
it sounds exciting. Like I said,
sounds
I
silly.
have not had personal experience, but
What do you think of the guys that split their cock?
Oh,
no, I don't know. I wouldn't mess with that.
Show us
Exactly.
a split. That's a Jacob's ladder. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Some
Is that-
people, are into body
Is that real?
modification
That makes me hurt
for
watching.
psychological reasons. I mean, that's
No. I'm telling you, every girl that I have been with, I've had to fucking beat them off with a stick. I am not
no. I
kidding
could
you.
see why it would add stimulation. Absolutely. I mean, if if you're up for. I mean, some people can handle the pain better. I mean, did you feel
It didn't hurt.
it didn't hurt much?
Oh, stop
No, it did not hurt at all. And that was my midlife crisis, and yet it changed my sex life dramatically.
Interesting.
Can I ask you a question, sir? Had you been a chronic no-lube masturbator who had lost some sensitivity, which is why it didn't hurt going in?
No, I had been like Tiger Woods fucking sex fiend, and I sort of became one even more after that.
Had you lost? I mean, before you got your piercings, you hadn't lost sensitivity at all?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, and that's why it took me a year to decide which one did I want to get done.
So
because I'm a big wimp to pain. I'm like you.
So did you have lidocaine? Or, I mean, did you have anesthetic when you did it, or?
No.
And it didn't.
I've got a video somewhere on one of my hard drives of it, and it was like a big. It's like somebody just pinching the underside of it, and then bam, it's over with. There was no. It's done.
All right, let me get Melissa on the phone here.
Okay,
She's
I'm
got.
outta here. I'm punching out.
All right, you
Take
could
care.
all right, you could have stayed, but let's go to Melissa. She's got the female perspective on this thing. Melissa, your husband has a Prince Albert.
Yes, he did have one when I first met him when we were in college, and I just want to say there's not much difference, to be honest with you, on the female perspective.
Can I ask you a
have
question?
a Prince Albert in your mouth?
I was going to say, have you ever been having anal sex and the phone rang and they said, yeah, Prince Albert can? Thank you.
I know.
Wait, what were you saying?
No, I was just going to say, when it was sex for a female, it doesn't make much difference.
No.
So, and he didn't seem too fazed by it either. So, yeah.
I mean, some people just get turned on by the piercing itself. I mean, I don't know. It's the same thing with the tongue piercing. I've been with a few women with pierced tongues, and I can't say that they're necessarily that much better at all.
I got one hole in my dick right at the tip that was given to me by God.
You tell him,
That's
man.
the way it
You
stays.
tell him.
That's the way it stays.
So you didn't like the Prince Albert there, Melissa?
No, it didn't make a difference. So you got rid of it.
The only thing you need for oral sex that's good, you don't need a tongue ring. You just need a very wet mouth. If you're a woman blowing a guy, a tongue ring doesn't do anything for me.
No. Let's go to Heather Height. She's always good for one of these. Heather Height, what do you got today?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good evening.
Hello.
I, as we all know, have been using a strap-on my boyfriend.
Yeah, she's a dirty girl, this Heather Height.
As we all know.
It sounds sexy.
We all know.
What I want to know is, my goal is to get him to ejaculate just by stimulating his prostate.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a possibility? Is this a real thing?
With a jackhammer.
Well, for some men it is. Again, it varies from guy to guy. Some men will ejaculate just from prostate stimulation, and some say it's amazing. Others feel like they need simultaneous penile stimulation. So again, it varies. And same thing as like some guys can orgasm from oral sex, and some still require like hand stimulation or additional stimulation. So I guess it depends on, but keep on trying. I would think it is probably a possibility.
I'd love to be able to think myself into coming.
Yeah.
Just like think yourself. Think about, hotness, things like that. Then just be able to shoot without even touching yourself. Be amazing.
Well, if you go without sex for a few years, abstinence will do that to you.
yeah,
You'll get to
maybe.
the point where just thinking about it will...
Yeah, wet dreams.
Wet dreams,
That
yeah.
you get,
So what do we have for Heather Height? Just...
No, I'm just saying that I can't say that he will or he won't. If he's enjoying it, there's a good chance. Some men do and some don't. It's the same thing as some...
Is there any particular, position or method? Or
Obviously, pressing down stimulation is more pleasurable for most guys than upward stimulation. What are these guys watching at the same time here?
He's a huge penis. Jesus, some guy with a big mule is just ejaculating. Can you turn that this way,
The
Danny?
guy actually came
without stimulation.
He did do a little move, though. He did kind of
in this
hump
case,
move.
I think what he did is he has a lot of guys are able to train their pelvic muscles. And they're able to stimulate themselves. I don't know if you guys have you ever seen Puppetry of the Penis? It
Yes.
plays off Broadway. These guys are incredible. Their muscles are so well trained they can literally retract the penis inside the cavity and back. So if you train your pelvic muscles sufficiently, you can orgasm.
Fucking guy.
This guy's, but his pubic hair is awful. He has a tuft of
that's
fucking
what I was
red
thinking.
pubes.
Jesus,
Terrible
who
pubes.
cares?
Shave it, idiot.
Well, he able to come without touching himself.
So yeah, as with Heather's boyfriend, I would say also if he doesn't orgasm for a few days, the longer he goes, the more frustration is built, the more likely he's to orgasm from prostate stimulation.
I don't want him.
Maybe she needs to use something bigger or something.
Exactly. Get a black one.
No, I don't know. I mean, obviously, you don't want to get to the point where it's painful or uncomfortable.
Fucking use your fist.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Degrade him a little. Call him a bitch. Do you call him a bitch?
Only for my own thrill. I think he just indulges me on that. I don't think he's into being called a bitch.
That can be kind of hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he lets me call him a bitch just, because I like to.
All right, Heather. Good call there.
Can I plug my gig?
Yeah.
I'm going to be at Joker's Wild opening for Otto and George.
Oh, cool.
On New Year's Eve.
Very cool.
Who's Joker's Wild?
A cock.
It's in Plainview, New York.
Oh, boy. Sales is going to come after you now, too.
The great fucking Otto and George. I would love to go see Otto on New Year's Eve if I was in stupid Fort Lauderdale.
If they want to get tickets, it's 516-830-1945 or jokerswild.com with a Z.
Yeah, of course. We'll plug Otto.
Jokerswildcomedyclub.com.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Heather.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you,
Have
guys.
a good gig.
A great day.
All right, let's go to Darvin in Columbus. Darvin. Hello, Darvin.
Hey, Opie.
What are you doing?
Just driving down the road.
Right on. You got Dr. Z. What's your question?
Yeah, Dr. Z, I just wondered if you had any information on e-stemming.
What is it again?
E-stemming with electrolysis, like a TENS unit and electric pads, using that.
Oh, so you mean stimulation with I personally I've never tried it. I know that for a lot of people.
But what is he talking about?
Electric shocking yourself?
It's the stimulation with TENS units. Some people get, they do enjoy. I mean, there's a couple of ways of. Some people will use it on the legs first and to build up arousal, and some people like direct genital stimulation. I've never personally tried it, so I can't tell you any particular technique or anything.
Ow.
Do you like having your dick slapped? I've gotten my dick slapped a little bit, which was kind of hot.
Oh, no, Danny found
Sir?
No, Jimmy, just you tie the electrodes around your dick, and then you just turn it on a little bit.
There's no reason for that, sir.
It's very light and kind of ticklish at the beginning, obviously. So
And then you turn that shit up, right?
Next thing you know, your face is on fire on top of a train in India.
Yeah. He must have had a great orgasm as he was dying, though.
An anal probe that's hooked up with electrolysis. And if you can get it right on the prostate, that you can get what they call a ghost fuck.
Sir, I don't want to use anything on my dick that is actually part of legal executions in Florida.
I'm actually watching this on your computer, at the same time.
Hey, Doc, did you say public muscles?
Pelvic muscles.
Pelvic. Oh,
Pelvic muscles.
Someone's saying you said public muscles.
No, pelvic muscles.
And who's the classic musician you like? Classical?
Beethoven. Beethoven.
I like Mozart.
Let's say hi to Louie in Medford. Louie.
Hey, Louie. Oh, my God. They're shocking. This guy's dick with a cattle prod.
What the fuck you up to, Louie?
Hey, I got a question for Dr. Z.
Yes.
All right.
This girl I've been seeing, she's kind of like my girlfriend. She wants to stimulate my prostate, and she doesn't know how to do it at all. Is there any tips?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the first thing I would do is I would get her gloves, latex gloves, and then use lots and lots of lube because it's not going to feel
good. Can I slow you
good.
down again? It goes back to the silly factor.
What's that?
All of a sudden, your girls got latex gloves on? Like,
yeah,
why
I
gloves?
would do that for the first time because
But I'm
some
just
girls
saying,
have nails and some girls will feel uncomfortable or
It's just
grossed
true.
out.
But now you're in the silly zone. It's
no,
just all silly.
I would do that, especially at the beginning when you're just exploring that. You don't know how it's going to feel, especially if she has sharp nails.
Put the gloves on so she doesn't look like she reached into her purse and there was a melted Hershey's Kiss in there.
Yes, that's another one. You don't want her pulling out and going, oh, I got all this stuff under my nails.
That's what faucets are for.
But I would do it that way for the beginning and slowly insert it, obviously, and I would combine it with other stimulation so that it's kind of classical conditioning.
Jerking off?
And obviously
jerk 'em off
most
as you get
guys
the finger?
enjoy the pressing downward action more than upward. But yeah, I mean, that's really all you got to do. But I would recommend the gloves first, because I know a lot of women who freak out because it just feels weird or something. I'm feeling something strange in there.
Nah, the gloves are dumb.
Dumb
idea.
I get very self-conscious when I'm having my ass is immaculate. I'm
yeah,
hyper.
that's what I'm saying. So some guys just won't feel comfortable. Of course, yeah, I would recommend that you wash it beforehand with some soap and water, and
shower.
Stick your own finger in there and clean it up really nice,
Right.
so you don't have to worry about her getting grossed out.
This guy's electrocuting his dick now.
Oh,
That's
guys,
cool.
you're pulling out some disturbing images there.
That's a guy who has a fucking healthy sexual outlook.
Yeah.
His dick looks like that Faces of Death video of that fucking faked electrocution.
I wish it was like the Green Mile, and he forgot to wet the sponge. Head of his dick just catches on fire.
All right, we're gonna go to Rick in California. We talked to
Rick.
Dr. Z, Guide to Great Sex on DVD. Rick, what do you got?
Yeah, Dr. Z, how can a guy get more volume when he comes?
Well, I know this question comes up a lot. Well, first of all, your fluid intake has a lot to do with it. So drink a lot of water beforehand. And the other thing is, the longer you go between ejaculations, obviously, the greater your volume will be, and the more aroused you are, the greater your volume will be. So obviously, if you have her build up arousal for a while, build it up and so tease you, the longer you are aroused, the greater the ejaculate will be as well.
I want it to look like a civil rights fire hose. What do you think? How much water do I have to drink for that?
A few gallons.
People flying across the room.
Huh?
What's that?
Any vitamins in that area?
Oh, vitamins.
I've not read anything about the vitamins. I know it's really fluid. I don't know that the vitamins would really make a difference. I'm sure they'll sell you just about anything on the
Just drink a
internet.
lot of water and wait a month. You'll have a nice load.
Flush it out.
All right, let's go to Ben in PA.
Yeah, my wife, she'll stimulate my prostate, and it's great, but a lot of it is what she has to say while she's doing it. That adds to a lot of it.
Yeah, like what does she say to you? Does she humiliate you or call you a bitch or what is it?
No, she usually pats me on the back of the head and tells me I'm a good little altar boy. And,
really?
It's exciting.
No way.
No.
What does she say to you, dude? What does she say? I mean, I'm dirty.
Or she'll say that I'm a good little Cub Scout or something like that.
Are you kidding or no?
Of course.
What's your trigger word for real?
She'll just do it real slow and say, do you like that? And does that feel better? And then I don't know. It's just when she talks, it's just 10 times better.
Well, is she degrading you or is she being very loving and nurturing?
Kind of loving, but it's like you have to.
A little patronizing in the same time.
It's like she's in total control.
Yeah.
And you have no control over it. She's in total control. So it's.
I'm going to make you come so good. Just wait till I stick my finger all the way in. It's going to feel amazing.
I like that. But I ruin every mood, though. I ruin every time there's a finger in me, I wreck it. Like, it starts getting really sexy, and I break the mood by going, I have to shit, I have to shit, I have to shit, I have to shit. Stop, let me up. So I ruin everything.
Swoogie's got a great question I've never heard before on our show. This is a good one. Go ahead, Swoogie.
Hey, Dr. Z. Why does sex feel so good right after a hangover, like the next morning?
It doesn't feel good for me. I got a major migraine the next morning.
I'll answer that. It takes your mind off the hangover while you're having sex.
Exactly.
Tell you the truth.
No, there might
It
be
does seem to be a little better, though.
You think so, huh?
Yeah, even Laney's saying, hangover sex.
Yeah.
What is that about?
It may be something to do with the endorphin release, because there's and you're also very relaxed when you're hungover, kind of completely no tension whatsoever. So maybe it has to do with just ultimate.
You don't have an answer.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not a big drinker.
Stumped you.
I really don't know.
They finally stumped you, Dr. Z.
To tell you the truth, I don't remember last time when I had a hangover. That's why I look so good. Why do you think I look so good? Healthy lifestyle. I don't drink alcohol.
You gave it a shot.
You really don't drink at all?
No, not anymore. I'm into this. I'm on this a whole anti-aging campaign, so I can't drink.
You
anymore.
do look better than last time. You didn't look great last time, but you do actually look. Your skin glows. You look great.
Yeah,
usually, though, you don't want to stop drinking. You want the men to drink more. Then you'll look better.
This is a boring.
Yeah,
that's usually what it is.
There's your anti-aging right there.
Anti-aging
I
is
like
how
that.
drunk a guy can get.
Yeah.
So yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't know because I haven't experienced that. The few times I've had hungover sex,
Why
it
don't you
sucks.
want to age? Why don't you want to age? Because I know what you're going to do, and you're going to don't stop. Stop. Just stop.
Uh-oh.
You look good right now. Because the women, they keep doing the Botox and the lips and shit, and you look ridiculous.
But I'm not
after a
talking
while.
about that. I mean, obviously, you can get a ton of plastic surgery. I'm really talking
Why don't you
about
wanna age?
healthy living, because I want to remain vibrant and healthy and active. Into my, I want to live 100 and more, and I want to be an active person. So I'm more into like the real health movement.
Okay.
I'm eating
But it
healthy,
seems
I'm
like
working
you're
out
into
every day.
The looks too, though.
But
you
the
want to
looks
keep
too.
up,
I
right?
think the latest research shows that people who look younger actually are younger. Their health wise, all the tests come back. So our health reflects on our face.
Sure.
Right.
So yeah, so I haven't been. I don't remember
look
last
young.
time when I got drunk, to tell you the truth. So I really can't tell you why.
Oh, you don't?
It feels good.
Is sperm good for the face?
Oh.
No, that comes up a lot. I actually researched that many times, and there is it. It's not bad, but it's not like there's nothing
say yes for the
wonderful
girls out
about
there.
it.
Just because you lie.
I mean, it has like vitamins and protein, but the thing is that it won't cross the skin barrier. So no, but
It's a fountain of youth elixir.
However, there is research that shows that when guys ejaculate, the women whose guys ejaculate inside of them, have fewer incidents of depression. So there is something that has hormonal regulating effect.
Well,
so it's good inside. Let's just say, put it that way. So good for swallowing and coming inside.
But isn't it nature too? Like they're probably less depressed because as women, it's the instinct to want to come inside, so they feel like they're getting like they're instinctively your purpose is being fulfilled.
Well, it's not like it's not psychological. It's a hormonal issue. Somehow the factors in the ejaculate regulate female hormones and her moods and so forth. So
The
it is good
jizz
for
hormones.
you. However, on the face, it won't penetrate the skin barrier, so it won't do anything for your
Got to
face.
get him in the eyes.
The eyes,
Gets
ouch.
right in there.
So literally, if your girl is depressed, you should say, "I'll cheer you up," and you put a load in her.
Right.
Absolutely.
She has a parent eye.
Yes. The other thing I did also saw this study where women who had difficulty getting pregnant, one of the ways they had some sort of allergy to the sperm where the
Dream come true.
their bodies were rejecting the sperm. That after they engaged in swallowing, their allergy lifted, so they were able to get pregnant easier after
I'm only going up to spitters now.
ingesting sperm.
It's an Allegra C.
So it somehow aided in the fertility that I have read before.
All right, one more call, and then
that's
we're
not
out of
good.
here. Hey, Dr. Z, we got a dribbler on the line. Help him out. Oscar.
Yeah, Dr. Z, I got a question for you.
Yes.
When I shoot a load, it's kind of just blurts out real thick and stringy.
Blurka.
Yeah.
It might be dehydrated.
Yeah, that does sound like you need to drink more if it comes out and.
Blurkers.
But you know what? I tell guys that most of the time, the guys will like write me these long letters describing, my sperm comes out like this and it looks a little greenish and it's this and that. And I tell them, fine. Don't obsess so much. Chances are there's absolutely nothing wrong with your
Like
sperm.
a green
It's just-
sperm, there's a fucking problem.
That's got to be a problem.
Stop eating Christmas cookies.
but guys obsess too much over the way it comes out. As women, we couldn't care less which way it comes out and what it looks like, to tell you the truth.
Hey,
Just drink lots of fluids, eat a lot of pineapple and lots of fruit so it'll taste better. And there's all there is to it. You're fine.
Is this normal? When I come, it comes out really slow, and then it creeps down the back of my dick like a slinky.
Impossible.
Really
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, it's really slow and creepy.
Let's observe that for clinical evaluation.
All right.
I'm a fucking shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to
Why don't
time.
we have, like,
you got
a
to time
shooting
your
contest?
contraction right.
Yep.
You got to time that shit right, and you got to hold back as long as you can. You got to squeeze, and then bam!
Yes, that helps as well. Like it's a frustration, building a little frustration.
If I don't come for a few days, though, it's thick and it doesn't do that. It's like, it's weird. It's like if I come the day before, and I hold out for a while that day, then it's like, and it's really shoot. But if
God, you guys study your sperm way too much.
that's all I think about.
You got to.
My goal is to make myself a sperm hat.
Why don't you just examine it under the microscope to see?
That's next.
It looks silly.
Let's get
Swimming.
Dr. Z out of here. We got to go, too. So, Victoria, thank you so much.
Sure.
Guide to Great Sex on DVD. You go to penthousestore.com.
Yes.
And that's it, right?
And I'll also be at the Rebel nightclub on the 19th, dressed in leather and latex, modeling some latest rubber fashions.
Really?
And it's a great party.
Why
by
didn't you bring
Hito
one of those
Online.
in for us today?
Oh, it's too much trouble. It gets I get hot and sweaty.
You don't want to
in
get
it.
naked for us, do you?
No, I showed you my boobs. I showed you my abs. What else do you guys want? You got the video of me here. You know.
What do you think we want? Heine. Oh.
No.
Can we end with
next
a Heine
time?
shot?
I gotta save something for my next book
Can we
that
end
comes
with a Heine
out.
shot, Lainey?
The video really is very graphic.
Lainey's
Not
saying yes.
today. No, not today.
Why?
Just because I gotta ration things.
Too much
if
White
I show
Castle
it
last
too
night?
much. No.
We just want a Heine
My
shot.
tanning salon came out a little uneven. A little crooked. You know when you fall asleep in a tanning salon and your butt like
I thought you were
bursts?
into health and stuff. Why are
No,
you tanning?
I'm kidding, of course. That's a joke.
You know what tanning does? It's very
Of
bad
course,
for you.
no. I don't tan.
We
Do I
need to
look
see your
tan?
Heine.
Oh, no.
Can we see your Heine?
All right, I'll show you my ass. Is it going to make your day?
Not theater of the mind shit.
Yeah, no, she's for real.
I will show it to you. Hey, I don't
Will it
care.
make my day?
I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see the Heine.
All right.
Jimmy, you show yours too to keep it fair. All right.
What's that? Who's going to show?
Jimmy's
show
going
mine.
to show it too. You guys are going to rub
He'll
Heine's.
show me his ass?
No, I don't have to rub Heine, but I'll show it. What is it?
All right, let's get a little black thong on.
Wow.
Oh, there
wow.
you go.
That is juicy.
Why wouldn't you want to show off the Heine?
I
Yeah.
have to leave something for next time.
Don't worry, we still got the pussy.
Heine.
We got the
We've
pussy
already
for next
seen
time.
everything on her.
Okay.
I don't want her in the studio.
It's all right.
Here's Jimmy's Heine, Dr. Z. It's only fair.
She went like this. She goes,
Not bad, actually.
Not the bed. Not the bed.
Not bad.
Not the
Round, not flat.
it's hairless.
Yeah.
It's got a
White,
fucking,
no pimples.
No, it's very, I actually have a healthy ass.
You do, no zits. I
Yes.
expected like a lot of zits for some reason.
Oh my
No,
God.
I have pretty good skin,
Is that
actually.
a turn off? When a guy
it
has
is.
a zit
It
on
is.
his
Zits
ass?
in
You don't
general
want
a
that.
turn off, guys.
You don't
Come
want
on.
that.
No, you know what it is? I've had
Heine.
to keep my ass good. I have serfs put marmalade on it.
Marmalade will
Yes, they
not
spread-
make a smooth ass.
It really
I don't
will.
think. It would probably clog the pores and hurt.
Then I have it licked off by animals.
No, not a bad ass.
Not a bad
I
ass.
definitely expected something more.
All
Oh,
right.
really? Oh, no, I'm very, that's one thing I'm
All right,
pretty good skin.
we got to go. So we'll see you
it.
guys tomorrow. Thank you, Dr. Z. Thank you,
Yes.
Laney.
All right, guys.
Laney rules, by
Thank
the
you,
way.
Laney.
She
We all
does,
know
she
that.
does. She got me out of bed this morning, bright and early. She rules.
What a gal.
You're all dolled up, though.
Yeah, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You
get
have
up for
furry
what?
sleeves.
4?
What's that?
What time do you get up to get all
Like
dolled
4
up?
o'clock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see?
I couldn't sleep.
Opie and Anthony, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.